Hey, welcome everybody to another Hunters of Calamity. This one's probably going to be another dumpster fire on wheels, and it's going to be fantastic. So,
Oh, you know it.
yeah, last week, if anybody missed it, first of all, the VOD is up, and you can also check out the rest of the campaign on our YouTube. But if you missed last week, there was a big boss fight. Our crew was victorious. Some people nearly died, but nobody actually died on our team at least. And they beat the big boss and got a giant following of bandits that are all dedicated to Merc's new church. And now they're having a potluck, which is pretty much where we're starting off when we go into the game. Before we jump into all the story, though, I do want to give everybody a chance to introduce themselves, and then I'll cover how you can interact with the game and the show as a viewer, and then we'll jump right in. So we're going to start with Tactric. Tell us a little bit about Wesley and yourself.
Hi, I'm Pat. I'm a Tactric on Twitter and the online places. I play Wesley. Wesley uses the spooky playbook. In his past, he was experimented on with, is it Liridium? Is that what we...
Liridium, yeah.
Yeah. He was experimented on with Liridium, and then he got spooky ghost powers with it, and uses those to make money, and more recently uses those to maintain the drunken stupor he's been on since he landed on this planet and promote this new religion.
Excuse me, that sounds about right. And then for last of the order, tell us a little bit about Beth and yourself.
All right, so Beth is someone who might be there physically, but is gone in spirit a lot. But she's basically a mercenary and has just decided to kind of strike out on her own. She's kind of done playing the corporate game. So she's just there to make her own fortune, and for some reason has grown attached to this band of absolute wonderfully people. Okay, sorry. Grammatically, that made no sense. I apologize. And as a heads up,
with this group, it kind of does make sense. Surprisingly.
And as a heads up to the people watching, I am currently fostering 2 kids, so they will be wandering in and out. So you may hear screaming. I promise we're not torturing them, mostly. Anyways,
right.
So yeah.
All right. Oh, I also forgot to mention. So last week, since I was playing Beth, we ended with Beth sort of having the crosshairs on Merc's head and sort of flipping the safety on and off, debating.
That honestly sounds like something Beth would do. It's a really good debate. I mean, if she kills him off, then she gets all the money from the church, right?
Hello there.
By default.
I think the quote-unquote high priest Wesley would first, but, you know, you'd be one step closer. Thanks for that, host Gwen, and thanks for the upgrade on the D4, Michael. Also, thank you to Tactric for the resubscription. That puts an advantage on the board, and there's a D4 from the tweet on the board, which I'll talk about in a sec. But Gwen, tell us a little bit about Paige and yourself.
So Paige mostly accidentally sets things on fire. Mostly accidentally. Usually tries to keep the collateral fire at a minimum. But yeah. So Paige is actually going a little psycho lately. But that's fine, because that's the party we're in.
I was gonna say, given the company you're keeping, I wouldn't blame you.
Is Beth the most mentally stable person here?
By far.
No, that's definitely
What? Why did she join you guys? No.
Yeah, that is an understatement. On that note, Zan, tell us a little bit about Merc and yourself.
Paige did not start out psycho though.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Zan, or Insanity. I get a lot of names that I go by. Not really, mostly Zan. But yeah, no, I play Merc or Mercutio Herald, and he is the monstrous playbook after being stuck in a Lyridium mine where things got a little dark and he had to do some unsavory things to survive, which I think came out in last episode, that he ate his other miners. Because yeah, sometimes you gotta eat. But yeah, so that's Merc, and he is pretty well convinced that he's a god at this point, and is actively recruiting new followers to his church. And
take the safety off the gun, sniper.
I mean, he's honestly, he's having a great time. This is the most fun he's had in a long time, except for almost getting sat on. That was not ideal. That was not the God should not die with the thunderous ass clap of applause. But yeah, you can find me in these links that I'm just throwing into chat at Twitter, InsanityTTRPG, or at insanitygaming.com. And sleeves are bullshit. Keep that in mind.
Yep. Fantastic. And then I, of course, am Raven. I'm the game master for this particular game. I'm also a tabletop streamer, obviously. You can find me here every day of the week except for Thursday and Sunday. And as I mentioned, there are ways that you, the viewer, can actually affect the story in the game and the show as we move along. I mentioned a couple of those just a second ago. And there's a number of ways that you can do this. So one is through the game tweet, which I'll pop into chat. So for every 5 interactions on that, that's likes, retweets, and comments, a D4 goes to the cast and to the DM. This being Monster of the Week, a D4 is a big deal. Most of the rolls are determined by rolling 2d6. So an extra D4 on a roll can make a big difference. Aside from that, there are guild coins that you can use, as Michael Wayne did just recently, to upgrade one of those D4s to a D6. You can find those below the Twitch chat box. It's the little round rainbow colored token. If you click that, there'll be a whole menu of different things that you can use those for. Some of those are really, really fun too. Aside from that, if you'd like to support the channel monetarily, there's a little chart below my face here. Most of those are pretty self-explanatory. A couple of them that might not be. The switch allows a player or the DM to tell another player or the DM, depending on how it's being used, that they have to change the action word in what they just said. So for example, if Wesley was sneaking up on some corporate henchmen and he said, I'm going to punch them in the back. If I threw out a switch, or anybody else for that matter, Patrick would have to change punch to something else. And it can't be a direct synonym.
I see.
So,
Massage.
It could be that. So hijinks can ensue quite a bit with that. Borrowed success means the player automatically succeeds at what they're trying to do. However, every roll they do after that, I will make a counter roll on a d20, and if it comes up 15, then that was the success that they lose. So it's a bit of a gamble. If they make it through the whole session without a 15 popping up, then there's no negative effect. But there is that risk. And then finally, the swap 2 players for 5 minutes. It literally causes 2 players to have to switch characters for 5 minutes, and that includes me. So you could put somebody else in the DM seat for 5 minutes if you wanted to. And you can make just different players play each other's characters. It's pretty funny.
I'm just gonna say, having Merc try to play Beth would be hilarious. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
That would be amazing.
Maybe she'd finally get a sniping hit.
Yeah.
And seeing Lash try to play Paige. That'd be hilarious.
That would be funny. But as you can see, there's a lot of possibilities there. But you can do all of those through coffee.com/Raven or Raven.rocks, or through subscriptions and bits. And then finally through Patreon. So if you are a Bard tier or higher patron, you do get credits each month towards these viewer actions as well that you can spend. So a lot of different ways that you can do all that stuff. All that being said, we're going to jump into the game. So we're starting off with everybody gathered around the picnic tables. They're cooking the food, quote unquote. They did mention that this was Ted's. It was Ted's treat. So dinner is on Ted, or is Ted, depending on how you look at it. Laughter face. That was amazing.
I have no idea what I just walked into, and I am concerned.
So Wesley kind of killed one of them as they were talking.
Wesley.
And
Mostly.
so the surviving sort of leader decided that once they'd settled everything, like, hey, we'll do a big barbecue. And, well, it's... You hate to see a good Ted go to waste, so we'll just have dinner on Ted.
Man can't live on Ted alone.
It's true, which is why Merc has brought Eldritch brownies.
Beth really shouldn't eat those.
No,
no, I don't.
I'd recommend not eating anything that this party
Yeah,
cooks.
Beth is gonna really contemplate. I think the biggest moral dilemma of the show tonight will be: does Beth kill Merc, and in what way?
We'll see.
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard. I don't know how much we healed after that last battle, but I am not sitting well right now.
I mean, all she has to do is sit on you. Oh, sorry.
As a dire mosquito, I have heard no talk of Beth's badonka, so I don't know how much damage she could do with it.
I mean, I patterned her after Athena, and Athena is pretty solid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gosh, Athena.
Anyways, you're having this lovely, we'll say early lunch, so sort of a brunch, I guess, with all of your new followers, Merc, and you've had time to get some healing, probably 1 or 2 harm after resting over the evening, in addition to anything that you try to do via magic. Bottomless Tidmosas, wow.
This is really just an excuse for all of us to day drink.
Do you even need excuses anymore?
I mean, they always help.
All right.
Just drink.
But that's where you find yourselves. What do you do?
I'm fairly certain if Paige were to drink, like, it would just go up in a, burning thing of fire.
Probably.
So Paige. So yeah, what do you do? Everybody's sort of eating the quote-unquote food and socializing, and for bloodthirsty
Paige is-
bandits, this seems like a pretty civil and happy gathering.
Yeah. Gonna go get some salad.
Well, roll sharp for me.
Roll
I
for
started
sight.
to say,
Yeah, I
started
don't
to say
think they're solid.
roll sight. The wrong system in my head here.
Look, there is one salad here, and I promise you don't want to toss it.
What?
Oh, don't worry about
I
it.
don't know what that means.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Gwen. Don't worry.
Don't think about it. I'll tell you when you're older.
Oh, snap. Yes, that's a 4. So I get experience.
Or, so
Yes.
yeah, you go looking
Oh, wait,
for.
That's a 5, but still experience. Yes.
Okay. So you go looking for some salad, and I presume that. Would you say that you would ask somebody for salad if you didn't readily see some?
No, maybe just leave.
Okay, well then, as you're looking around, you don't ask anybody, but you do see this platter that has something that kind of looks like a salad. It's green, and it seems a little bit limp for lettuce, but it looks like lettuce. It doesn't smell horrible. And that does seem to be the salad. There's even little red stuff on it. Looks like it might be tomatoes.
Can I roll sharp to see if that actually is salad? And if not, I want Beth to change her sights onto that salad and see if she can stop it before Gwen eats it.
Sure. So I'm presuming you're still in a sniper tower. Okay. Yeah. Do a sharp roll. Let's see if you can check that out. Or if you have anything regarding like read a bad situation.
Let's see. So I got a
would potentially
6
apply.
plus. Shoot, I probably should have prepared better, and then watch as I didn't.
No worries.
Fine.
This is the kind of game you don't really have to prepare for.
Battlefield awareness. Always know what. No, it just helps with armor.
You can use D4.
What kind of armor does the salad have?
Wait.
And then let's say, it's add sharp. So 6 plus 1 would technically be a very awkward success, right?
Yeah, it's a partial success.
Okay. So is it?
Yeah, you can see through your scope. You can see Paige, eyeing the salad. And actually, since it's a failure, I'm just gonna say yes. You are dishing yourself up some of the salad. Beth, you can tell that it's not salad. But
Pray tell is it?
You don't know what it is.
Probably dangerous. All right, see.
You don't know what it is, and Paige is out of earshot, so you know that they're eating something weird.
I'm gonna have her. I'm gonna try to shoot this. I'm gonna try to shoot the salad.
Please roll.
I'm gonna call this act under pressure because
roll the 2.
Paige is getting ready to eat this.
Okay.
So that's gonna be cool.
Okay.
Ooh,
Son of a biscuit. Plus 2 cool. Plus, I guess, I don't know if I've already added this. Do I want to use anything else?
Because it's a 6, you can always add a D6.
Yeah, you do have 1d6 available.
Or Paige can just lose the bottom part of her jaw. I mean, 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
The problem is I don't want to end up hitting Paige.
Hi. My cat is so loud.
I don't know what to do.
You got the d6. Might as well use it, right?
What if we need it later?
Well,
yeah, what if we need it later?
There's always going to be more D6s later.
What if we need it later?
That's potentially a problem if you need it later.
What do you guys think? You're my party. I need advice. I need a vote.
Take the shot.
Take the shot as a 6 or take the 6.
So it's either going to be partial success or full failure. That's what you're looking at basically here.
Saving the day.
Oh, what did they do? Sorry.
Redeem object placement. A bottle falls in between the shot and the salad.
Okay, then I guess I'm taking the shot and we'll see how this goes.
So yeah, that's going to be a failure. You do take the shot, but the gods, as it were, are smiling upon you all. And this bandit comes walking by with a metal canteen kind of bottle, and is bringing it up to drink from it right as the bullet's coming. So they get in the way just the right moment. The bullet hits the bottle, just launching it out of his hand, and the bullet ricochets off in the other direction. And the bandit's just looking at his hand like, where'd my drink go?
Drinking kills.
Hey, whoa. Bandit number 3. Do you not know the first tenet of the Church of Merc? Abuse not thy substances. You know what this means, right? You have to sit 10 minutes in the dire dog chair. Now go sit in the dire dog chair and let them sit in your lap, and you think about what you've done and embrace sobriety and all of its torturous nature. and then when you come back, don't spill your next drink.
I think the big
Hey,
question is
so
if
not
Gwen will
eat the
notice the
salad.
shot with the bottle. Like, will
salad.
that be enough to distract her from the salad?
Let's find out. So Paige, you've dished yourself up some quote unquote salad, and all of a sudden a shot rings out, and this poor bandit has lost his drink, and now has to go sit with the dire dogs, which is actually not that bad of a
Oh, they
punishment, I
stink.
don't think. Okay.
I have not changed the pee pad.
Okay. Yeah, that's disgusting. So Paige, what do you do? Do you continue dishing up your plate?
No, I don't want. What would Paige do in this situation? Paige, here's a shot,
Uh-huh.
has a plate, drops the plate, turns around. What happens?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
So
would happen.
Paige asks what happens. The bandits are just looking around like, I don't know.
Sorry about that, Paige. Our new disciples didn't hold their liquor as well as they should have. It's okay though. Taking care of it. You're gonna learn. Just give them some time, and soon they'll be as devoted as you and Wesley, and definitely our most devoted follower. I don't know where she is though. She is our silent watcher, our guardian angel. But I don't know where she is.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, my liege.
So Wesley, what are you doing during all this?
So none of the bandits seem alarmed by the shot. They seem to be pretty content with the food.
Yeah, the biggest reaction was, where did my drink go? So apparently gunshots are something that they're used to.
I mean, I'm definitely trying a little bit of Ted. Like,
No,
Oh god.
no.
I mean,
thank
like
you.
I helped get dinner. Like really, I provided it. I feel like it would be rude to this burgeoning alliance, and we may just be killed if we don't indulge in a little bit.
Okay.
I'm
need
bad.
to,
I'm going away.
Where did my hunter's notes go?
I will not engage in meat consumption of any kind.
Oh, here we go. So Wesley, when you do bad stuff, you tend to have hallucinations and poor impulse control, right?
And violence. Don't forget
And
the
violence.
Yeah, so those are things that I think you can like force me to do them, and if I don't, then I lose my powers. And I think I've mostly been RPing them so that you don't force me to, but throw more on the fire, please.
I was gonna say, since you're participating in cannibalism now, I think that's gonna mess with you a little bit.
That's a dabbling. Light dabbling.
I think you're gonna have what did we call him? Brownie?
Brownie. Oh yeah.
Brownie.
Yeah, Brownie shows back on your shoulder again and goes, "Oh, that's yummy! Oh, look over there!" And he points, and you see on the other side of the table, Ted with like whatever body part that you were just eating missing, and he's just pointing a finger accusatorily at you. So Ted's haunting you for a little while.
I look him in the eyes and I just keep eating. You threw a grenade at us. You knew what was coming.
Okay.
All right, everybody. So, hey, I've got an idea. Some community team building exercises. How about talent show? Maybe some karaoke.
Oh my god. They seem on board. They're pretty
Well-
chill, surprisingly.
I know
they're-
best talent won't be sniping.
I'll do
They're
some fire juggling.
pretty on board with whatever. So majority of them are like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do this. And they say, well, give us a few hours to put something together. And immediately, some of them start building a stage in the middle of the complex out of just junk that's lying around. What are you all going to do for the talent show?
I'm gonna talk with Paige about seeing if she wants to put an apple on her head and seeing if Beth can shoot it off.
Okay.
Oh, where are you getting the apple?
Same place I got the salad.
That was that actually salad though?
No.
What was it? Now that we're not in character.
So, I was gonna say that it's some sort of like fermented intestine. Well, it's like, yeah, like human
What pray
haggis.
tell were the tomatoes?
You don't want to know.
No.
It's much more fun to just let your imagination figure that out. So,
I believe that would be in line.
yeah, so Paige, Beth has proposed that you do a sort of, what's the word, the name, William, was it William Tell was the one
William
that,
Tell.
yeah, has proposed this sort of display of her sniping ability. Do you agree to this particular?
Absolutely, but we're going to use a ball instead of an apple since we can't find an apple around here.
I love how that's your only concern about this. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got Beth's talent here. Paige, are you gonna do something yourself as well?
Yeah, Paige is going to be fire juggling.
Okay.
Fireballs.
Hey, Raven, real quick, was there a plot line we were supposed to follow?
Oh, we're getting
all?
to it.
Oh,
We did.
talent show is essential plot building. No, I'm.
We did get a holy relic from them last week. That should
Yeah.
help.
Oh.
This
But-
is
We're still in the mingling phase of this relationship.
yeah.
Doesn't
This
this
is
end at the end of March?
end of April.
End of April. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. So this is sort of your reprieve from all of the damage and destruction, so that you don't all immediately die. So Wesley, what talent are you gonna do?
What would Drunk Wesley do? I mean, if we're looking at my dark side bullshit, knife throwing sounds fun and violent.
It does.
I'm sure I don't have the requisite skills to do well, so let's go with that.
He could do a holy sermon for Merc, Church of Merc.
Public
feel like-
speaking.
I feel like I'm doing enough of that in the rest of my time.
That's fair. Okay, so we've
It
got
is a talent, though.
we've got knife throwing, we've got sniping, we've got fire juggling, and Merc. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna prove that I'm immortal.
Fantastic. Okay. Well then, we'll fast forward a little bit. Everyone has eaten whatever they've decided to eat. Wesley, we've already talked about the side effects of your food decisions.
So I've got Ted and Brownie hanging out at this point.
Yep, pretty much for the rest of the day.
Poor decisions.
Did anybody else eat the bandit food?
Oh
No.
yeah.
And I use that term loosely.
Oh, hell no.
It's
So-
food made of bandit. So
I would rather summon food with Beth's help, like actual food.
Okay.
Beth would rather
I'm-
starve.
I'm just gonna give this to you. You're able to summon food or had rations or something. Merc, though, roll tough.
the rest
Even
of y'all
though
can
I'm immortal
down, right?
and drink gasoline.
Yes.
Yeah, let's roll that tough.
Even though all of that. Fantastic. So a 12. You actually heal a couple of harm off of that.
Yeah. So that puts me back to full then. All right.
Okay. So, some time passes. The bandits get ready for their talent show. There's a stage complete with they're basically like barrel fires. So like the what are they, the 50-gallon barrels with just debris thrown in there, and they're lit on fire. That's basically what you have for stage lights as it's become dark.
So they're trash fires.
Yeah, literal trash fires. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, they've got a few different sort of teams that have put some things together. There's a comedy sketch that goes out first, and Merc and Wesley, you probably might find it a little bit funny.
Does it involve
Beth-
Ted in any way? Is it a TED talk?
No, but I was planning on making that joke. Beth and Paige, it just seems gross to the two of you probably. There is another one where they give sort of a eulogy for Ted that they've written in poem form.
How does hallucination Ted? What does he think about his eulogy?
There's a little tear in the corner of his eye, and for some reason he's just got his hand over his heart, which you can actually see beating underneath of his hand.
Weird.
But yeah, he gives a poem. It doesn't rhyme very well, and that was gonna be the TED Talk. And then let's see. Let's see who's first.
Hi. Say hi.
Wesley, you're first.
Easton says hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
I'm
So
not
Wesley,
about to have a baby. Patience. No.
it's your turn. For the talent show, you're going to do the knife throwing. What did you want to throw knives at?
I mean, a volunteer, of course.
Paige,
Okay.
do it.
I was gonna ask Ted who he thinks the most appropriate choice would be.
This is the
Absolutely
brownie
not.
then.
So you ask Ted. Everybody looks at you like, who the hell's he talking to? Ted agrees and stands up on the stage. Everybody
no,
else, they see.
I don't want to throw it at Ted. I want to ask Ted who do you think would be best for me to throw these at? You got any friends you think?
Brownie, 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 brownie.
Brownie must be protected. On my shoulder.
Oops, I did that wrong.
What was the name of the guy that was with Ted when I came through the door?
Actually, he points at Paige.
Paige is absolutely not going to agree to this at all.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Paige doesn't agree.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
feel
but
the
they
bandits-
agreed to Beth, right?
Yeah. Paige.
Yeah.
Paige let Beth shoot at them.
So Wesley, Paige refuses. So Ted shrugs and goes, okay, and points at Beth.
You know what? Why the hell not?
There's so many.
I'm probably
reasons.
gonna die with you guys anyways. Let's do it. Unless isn't Merc trying to prove that he's immortal? Wouldn't this be a wonderful test of his immortality?
Well, that's assuming Wesley's gonna miss.
Ugh.
I think it would be a wonderful test of Merc's immortality.
Won't somebody just let me throw sharp things at them already?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. All right. Yeah. This is cool. Let's do it.
So Ted looks at you and goes, well, it's no fun if the immortal one gets hit with a knife.
Ted, you are killing my buzz right now.
You killed me.
I don't care,
So-
Ted.
I think I have the moral high ground here, Wesley.
I don't know.
But you know, hey, if you want to throw it at your so-called immortal religion leader instead of, you know, the person who would be hilarious if they got hit with a knife, then you know, it's your own decision.
Yeah. Does the general bandit crowd seem up for me throwing things at Merc, or are they as skeptical as my hallucination?
They're pretty much on board with seeing you throw sharp things at anybody.
All right, screw it. Merc it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ted is just like leaning on your shoulder there and just like, lame. But they set up like one of those spinning wheels, so you can like strap Merc into it and it spins around in a circle.
Sure, sure.
Man, these bandits are really crafty. They have really done some impressive work. I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed.
They're kind of the MacGyvers of the planet. Like you give them some scrap metal and some duct tape, and they'll make anything that you need.
This time frame and this budget, it's yeah.
So, Mark, they start spinning you on this thing. Wesley, I don't know. Do you feel nervous at all?
No, I think I'm pretty. I think I'm too. I don't think nervous is something that's coming into the equation right now.
Okay.
I think that requires a little self-reflection I haven't had in a few days.
Well, in that case, go ahead and describe how you throw these knives.
What do I have in my inventory to throw too? Let's see. Ooh, I've got some buzzsaw blades I can throw.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about those. Yeah, they're like hatchets, right? From like the very first episode.
From like the first bandits that we killed.
Yeah. I remember those.
I think I pull one of those out and hold it like a disc, and it's not impressive looking. I'm like clearly trying to steady myself, but like my eyes are like over here.
So Ted just sort of before you throw it, Ted just taps you on the shoulders like, just aim for the middle one.
That's a sucker's bet, Ted. Get more points on the outside.
All right, roll tough to kick some ass on the target rather than Merc. I think these were 2 harm blades, right?
Yes, they were.
Oh no.
No!
That's a fail. There is a D6 available if you want to use it, or you can just let it fail.
How alive are you? Is the question.
I think Merc got healed off of that food. That
I'm
quote unquote food.
I am the bueno.
Okay.
All right, let's just let that happen. He's a god. He can handle it.
So you check it at the outside one, which ends up being Merc and not the wheel. It's flying through the air. Zaya, do you want to describe what happens as the thing hits Merc? Like, how does it hit you?
Yeah, I think it hits me squarely in the shin, and just sticks. And kind of I mean, like it's great that they put this spinning wheel together and all, but it's definitely built under the philosophy of does it move? If it's not supposed to move and does move, duct tape it. If it's supposed to move and doesn't move, WD-40 it. So it's definitely not the most well constructed. So I think the impact of the saw blade definitely knocks it off its swivel, and it just falls down with Merc still tied to it. He's just like, ow, I'm good. I'm good.
That wheel is off. Put the wheel back up and fix it. I have to go again.
So they lift the wheel back up and fix it, and Merc, like as it falls over the first time, it's like the studio audience noise effects. So you hear everybody gasp, and then they just cheer and yell as you go, "I'm good." So they're having a great time.
That was fun, wasn't it? That was. It kind of hurt though. Whew. Thanks for Thanks for that good aim. That could have gone real bad there, High Priest.
He's got a second one out that he's in. do
They
I
said
keep,
you-
going? Do I keep going?
The crowd's cheering for you to keep going. Merc, do you give Wesley the go ahead?
I mean, he can throw it at me if he wants to. Yeah.
All right. Roll tough again.
Okay.
This
That's-
time I'm gonna do a delicate ballerina pose and instruct him to aim for between my arms.
I will try and do that.
9.
That's a 9.
Mixed success. So you've got your arms over your head, and so you're wanting to hit between the hands and the top of your head, basically. Is that what you were going for, Merc?
Yeah. I was going for the space between the arms, like if you're doing like the YMCA, like,
Yeah,
kinda
yeah.
like the A in the space, but I don't know if that worked with that 9.
It's close. It does hit roughly where you want it to hit, but it does nick your hand in the process. So you'll only take 1 harm instead of 2.
Okay.
Though I think with your abilities,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
negate that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, my high priest likes to test his god's durability, but see, there is no scratch as I hide the bleeding leg behind my other leg. No scratch at all.
so the bandits all cheer for you, and the one that they've assigned to sort of be the entertainment director at this point, Wesley, they're sort of shooing you off the stage, sort of the like, hey, great job, patting you on the back while they're just walking you off the stage.
Before I can find more sharp.
Yeah. They help you off, Merc, and then they go, okay, next it's gonna be let's see. 3 left. Next is gonna be Paige.
Yay!
So yeah, they clear the stage for you, Paige, and you're able to start fire juggling. So
Yay! I'm gonna roll plus weird.
yep, I was gonna say use magic.
Ooh, that's an 8 plus 3 is 11.
Okay. Yeah, you succeed. Go ahead and describe what you do with your fire there.
So Paige just creates a blue flame and a pink flame and an orange flame and just juggles them.
Okay.
and just at the end of the routine, she gathers them all up and throws them in the air, and they fireworks.
Nice. Everybody is extremely impressed, and they cheer you on quite a bit. Next we've got.
Gives like a thumbs up, like applause.
And then after that, Paige just kind of goes crazy and just firework.
Okay.
until someone tells them to stop.
Roll weird again, because I'm evil. for all the fireworks.
So that's a 7 plus 3 is 10.
Fantastic. It goes off exactly the way you want it to. Everybody is thoroughly impressed. Beth, you're next.
All right, so let's see how well this thing goes. I'm gonna aim, and I may have to use those additional dice. We'll see. Plus, and it's gonna be under cool, right?
For this, I think it's gonna be tough because you're not. There's
it's
no
regardless.
urgency.
It'll be a partial success regardless. Let's see, is there anything else I can do?
You do have a D6 available.
Yeah, we'll just have this be awkward. I mean, she really shouldn't have done this in the first place. Let's deal with embarrassing consequences. Does Gwen get a buzz cut?
What's the grand total? Was it
It's 8.
8? Okay. So yes, partial success. I'm gonna say. Hey, thanks, Gwen.
Whoa!
Thank you for that $4 donation. How would you like to use that? 2d6 to the cast. Fabulous. That'll put you at 3d6. So yeah, you do a pretty good job overall. You line up the shot just right, and it's just really bad luck. So you take the shot, and a strong gust sort of blows at that exact same moment. So it knocks the
And
bottle
my goggles
over.
get shattered.
No. It knocks the bottle over on top of Paige's head. So when you do hit it, it causes it to like spin around.
Oh, hey,
and it-
that'd be pretty
is-
cool. Let's just pretend that's what she intended to do
Kind of
and
cool,
call it good. Yeah.
but it launches it off of Paige's head as it's spinning. It hits a board and then swings back and bops Paige in the head.
Okay. Totally meant to do that. I feel like, there's a journey with Beth and her sniping skills. Because we all know where it started. And the fact that it's even getting to this point, I would say this is a journey. This is a journey that I am privileged to share with all of you.
Hey, all I can say to that is just don't stop believing. You can do it.
I got you, boo. I got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
All right.
Paige is really impressed by Beth.
Fantastic. And then Merc, you're the last one up.
All right. So, first I'm gonna ask my lovely volunteer, my lovely people in the audience. Does anyone have a grenade?
There's like 7 hands that shoot up into the air in the crowd.
All right, keep the pin in it and throw it.
So one of them stands up and goes, "Wait,
Oh, that's not
what
fun.
what do I do with the pen?
Keep it in. I'm gonna pull it out.
Pull it out, and you're gonna put it back in."
No, don't worry. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna give you all a sure sign of faith.
Oh, okay. So there's like 3 grenades that get thrown at you
Great. I'll pocket 2 of them.
out of the crowd.
I'll pocket 2 of them because you
Is
can't do
one of
every
them
job
missing the
with Philip.
pin? Please tell me one of them is missing the pin.
I was gonna say, do you want to check and see if they all have the pin in them?
No. It's my
Beth is gonna
disciples.
walk away.
My disciples
Far
wouldn't
as
do
she
that to
can.
me.
Okay, evens or odds there, Zan?
I think I'm a pretty odd guy, so let's go even.
Even means they all have the pin in them.
All right.
Ooh, it is even. 82.
Nice.
Dang.
I'd rather have an ounce of luck than a pound of skill any day.
Right.
Well, let's see if all I have is an ounce. And I'm going to take I'm going to just take some fabric and pour some gasoline on it. And this is going to be great. I don't think this will kill me.
That's always a great way to start something.
I don't think this will kill me. But we're gonna see. So I am going to instruct everyone to watch very carefully.
They are on the edge of their seats.
I will hold the gasoline-soaked bundle. I guess it's about yay big or so. Not super huge or anything.
Okay.
In one hand, and take the grenade in the other, and kind of shove the grenade down my gullet. pull the pin and put the little bit of gasoline-soaked cloth in between my teeth, so that hopefully when this explodes and doesn't kill me, it will create a really cool fire display.
Okay.
How is this not supposed to kill him again?
I'm trying to figure that out.
It's fine. I'm immortal.
Is it a sleight of hand? Like, he
No.
has another pin, or?
No.
Just if you could read for me what immortal says again, just so I make sure I'm doing this right.
It definitely doesn't say anything about being able to do this. It says you do not age or sicken. Whenever you suffer harm, you suffer one harm less.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it probably won't kill you. What are grenade? How much damage do grenades do? What did I say?
I have no idea. I've never had one before.
Oh god, I only had one once, and I
They
used
do
it.
2 harm.
Are we assuming he's healed from the?
He has.
Yeah. I'm healed.
Okay.
I would be
Like,
doing
They
this if I wasn't healed.
definitely do 2
They're-
to 3 harm.
Like,
depending on
rest in
the-
peace. Rest in peace.
I'm gonna say this is 5 harm because it's literally in your throat, and these are fragmentation grenades. So you'll take
would
4
you-
damage.
Okay, so would you say that I'm a little more holy than righteous now?
Yes. It's not pretty. It is literally a miracle that you're not dead. So you got that going for you.
Cool.
And the flame sets the rag on fire.
And the rag is on fire.
Cool. Does it do like a cool little thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Also, the front row is bleeding.
Well, that's unfortunate.
The entire front row. They're not dead, but they did take some damage from the shrapnel from your throat grenade. That's a phrase I never thought I'd say.
That's a gift for your god.
If we have been in the front row, how much damage should we put on?
1.
I said Beth stepped far away from this. You had to go far away for the snipe of hit.
Exactly.
She is far away.
I mean, Merc's immortal. I'm
doing
invincible.
Paige
I
is
can take
next to Beth.
Once more, Beth is questioning why the heck she is with these people again for the
And-
millionth time. Why did she think this was a good idea, joining them? They were just there, and it just kept on
Exactly.
spiraling from there.
That
Bad
was
addiction.
Oh, that was a great idea.
I mean, look at all of the things we've seen him survive at this point.
That's
All
fair.
right, so that was fun. Thank you all for coming and participating in the talent show. I'm gonna need everybody who wasn't on the front row to come up and give me a congratulatory hand touch. Everybody on the front row, you've already paid your dues. Welcome to the Church of Merc. Everyone from the second row back, you'll be in the church after a hand touch.
That
Beth is
reminds
not
me of
touching
that
him.
Fairly Odd Parents episode. Congratulatory hand touch.
Congratulatory hand touch, Dinkelberg.
Beth is not even gonna get up. She's
Oh
just
my
gonna
God.
lean back. She does not care. I mean,
Also,
yeah, it was cool, but
I'm kind of imagining Merc now just sounding like what's his name, that wrestler, Macho Man.
Randy Savage?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think it's a little bit closer to Jake the Snake.
I have no idea.
Gonna...
I have no idea.
Oh, maybe I watch too much wrestling.
I don't. I never really watched wrestling. That was a pop culture icon that was able to transcend.
As people come up and give me the congratulatory hand touch, I'm going to use my natural attack and drink 1 health from each of them.
Okay, so that's. Do you roll weird for that or? Tough?
I do, yeah. I roll
Okay.
weird.
All right, that's
Or
gonna
no,
be.
no, I don't. I roll tough. No, I'm sorry, I lied to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be a roll for each person that you're wanting to do this for.
Yep. So that'll be 5 rolls.
Oh, good. 4.
4. 1, 2,
Hey.
3, and 4.
Wow. So that's
Hey!
with the partial success, the guy starts to feel a little sick afterwards. Maybe he tapped a little too much.
I'm definitely
Okay.
gonna lead that one into a kind of a speaking in tongues display, and I'm gonna kind of shove him down at the end of it. Ah! And now you see, your savior is unharmed.
My God.
Welcome
so
to the
one,
Church of Merc.
The one that you shoved down just kind of goes like, "No, I think I ate some bad Ted. Is all. It's okay." And he just sort of crawls off.
I was typing that same joke in the chat as you said.
Oh my God. Okay, so everybody's excited. You know, the talent show was a big hit, big success. And from behind all of you, at the gate of the compound, which was left open because it's a talent show and, you know, people milling about and whatnot, you just hear a slow clap. This and up comes walking this rather attractive young man with several, I'd say about half a dozen bodyguards with him. Like they've got the full-on like dark suit, sunglasses, even though it's nighttime. You know, the earpiece, all that. And he walks up. I'm trying to think if any of you might know who this is. I think, Beth, you definitely would, given that you've worked with the corporations before, right? And I think, Wesley, you might. If you want to roll sharp, let's just see if you maybe remember who this is.
Does Beth need to, or is it pretty much she'd know?
Beth definitely knows.
Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. I had a few guesses, but
Okay, so Wesley, you have no idea, but you get an experience.
As this crew is coming up to us, do any premonitions pop up, perhaps?
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, go ahead and roll weird for that. A 9.
It's
So,
clouded images of something bad that is yet to happen.
yeah, you get an image of Merc putting on a long sleeve shirt as one possibility. An image of you all paying an exorbitant amount of money for some piece of paper that this man hands to Merc. And then the third option that flashes before your eyes is a very big bloodbath fight happening in the middle of the compound that doesn't seem to be going well for your side. So that's what you see.
the most harmless will be Merc putting on a shirt.
Whoa, sacrilege.
The most disturbing vision.
Yeah.
I'd vote for that one. Let's be real. No one needs to see Merc without sleeves.
So Beth, though, you know this person as Dashing Dan, who is the head of one of the biggest corporations in the entire quadrant of space that you're in.
Oh, what are we gonna call it? Hyperion? Viperion?
No, it's just Acme Corporation.
Okay.
So yeah, he just slow claps and goes, "Hey, great show, everybody! Great show. That was fantastic. You're not having a new religion started on this planet, right?"
Oh, why would you ask?
Well, I mean, there was the whole talk of like, I'm your god, I'm immortal, and welcome to the Church of Merc, that sort of thing.
Right, but I mean, it's if it's welcome, it's not really new. It's kind of established.
Yeah.
So
We
no
have a
concern
church.
about a new one.
It's like, oh, well, I guess you didn't know. So if you want to start a religion on this planet, you have to have the right permit. And, you know, I'm not that upset about the whole Barks Corporation headquarters getting burnt down thing. You know, they're kind of a competitor. But when you have executives running into town with their suit sleeves run off, screaming about a madman trying to start a religion, it tends to make people a little uneasy.
Hey Raven, real quick, what other planets are there in the solar system?
There are several planets, all of which have names. What those names are is a great question, and I don't have the answer for it off the top of my head.
Cause Beth, she served a lot of different things. She may pull her weight. It may need to be a charm check, or I think it would be charm. But he said on this planet, real quick, like, are there any planets where you don't necessarily need a permit to start a religion or something?
Probably, yeah. There's
Okay.
probably, I mean, every planet has like the big corporation that sort of has a little bit more influence over that particular planet, and there's usually ridiculous things like that, like, you know, you need a license to make a statue, or you need a license to run a for-profit porta potty outside an event, you know, something
Okay.
like that.
Can Beth recall one that is going to be very lax and not going to care that she can say the religion was started on a different planet and just brought over by missionaries? Could they get away with that?
You can certainly try.
All right.
You can definitely
She's
try.
going to finally pull her weight for the Church of Merc.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
A believer.
No, just someone who does not, or, you know, she's been with you this far, in for the penny, in for the pound.
And I saw her faith. Now she is a
No.
believer.
No.
No. She's PR. That's very different.
Oh, okay.
Very, very different. Unfortunately, her charm sucks, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, Raven, can you tell, like, if, you know, Beth does have a background in going to a bunch of different corporations in a bunch of different worlds, so
Sure.
you think, okay. So,
Feel free to make up the name of the planet that you're thinking of if you'd like. And yeah, just describe kind of what you say to Dashing Dan here.
let's see, what's the, we're going to be totally off script for like second. So what's the, Athena is the Greek god. What's the flip side with the
Artemis?
Romans?
Artemis? No,
Artemis was
no,
another Greek
not Artemis, no.
Give me 1 second. I can actually look it up.
Athena in...
That'd be Minerva.
Oh,
Minerva.
yeah.
All right, so
Yep.
I'm going to say it's planet Minerva.
Okay.
So Beth's going to do
I'm
her
a fan
best
of that
to... I'm so sorry about the background noise.
That's all right.
Anyways, so she's gonna step up. She's gonna seem, you know, she's a professional. She doesn't necessarily need to be charming to be professional, but she's just gonna step up and say, you know, this religion was founded in Minerva, and it was missionaries brought over, and according to intergalactic, our galactic religion. Shoot, what's the name of that? Sorry, this is character or player spacing, not character.
No, you're fine. I figured.
What's it called? Religious laws. A religion can be transferred from one to the other without a permit if it was founded in a different planet.
Go ahead and roll charm.
Okay, I may have to use one of those d6s.
We also
You
have
have an advantage as well, currently available.
What's the advantage?
So it lets you roll twice and keep the higher of the 2 rolls.
Okay, we'll see. Should I try again? Oh, it's -1, so it'll be a fail. I will. Can it? Is the advantage like for the full party, or is it like something I can only use once? Or
You can,
Why do we have the advantage on this?
It's
a
one
one-time
use,
thing, but
and you have to call it before you roll. So,
Oh.
yeah, go ahead and roll again.
Okay.
Oof.
That's added,
Okay.
right?
No. So it's a
Can
7.
I use another D6 with that 7?
Yes, you can.
Okay, because it would be a 6 because I have no charm. All right, we are rolling one more D6 to add to it. I hope that's okay with all of you, me using that other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's technically a success. That would be, I
Nice.
believe, a 9. Yeah.
A 9. So partial success.
Maybe we'd pay less money. Hopefully.
so that's kind of where he goes with it. He's like, okay, sure. Technically, if you started it on Minerva and you brought it over here via missionaries, technically you could do it without a permit. But you and I both know that's not what happened.
You can't prove otherwise.
I can prove that Merc is a native here, and seeing as that it's the Church of Merc, that seems kind of indicative.
Hey, it's a family name.
He visited me
I'm-
in Minerva.
Yeah. I'm not
It was
native
founded
here.
in Minerva when he went to visit,
I'm not from here.
Exactly.
and then brought it over to here.
Also, I'm not from here, and I'm then the one that's putting the religious practices to paper too. So that's not a here thing.
It's like, all right, well, I'll tell you what, we could take this to court, and it would be very, very expensive, or you can just pay me for a permit here. Or, third option, I can introduce you to my quote-unquote religion, and all 6 of the guys sort of step forward and reach their hand into their coats. Like, and
Gonna
we can
do a
settle
finger
it that
gun
way.
battle or something?
Finger gun. Yeah, that's cute. I like that.
Can we take a moment to convene?
Do you need
Beth
to
is gonna
speak
play.
with your legal counsel
Yeah.
or something?
Beth is gonna play kind of the lawyer in this. She's going to be. We need a moment to consider our options. Do we have any of those lawyers still left from the Barks Corporation hanging around? Didn't they come
they're-
back?
No. They're
They
the
never
ones
came
that
back?
went.
They never
They're the
came
ones that went
back.
screaming, "Oh my God, he's a madman!"
I feel like they're a little judgmental, personally. They didn't stay for the talent show. They don't know.
All right, so Beth is going to corral the group into one area, and they're just gonna we're gonna consider their options for a moment. Yeah, I'm not paying squat. I just want you to know I am not part of this.
Yeah. Same though.
I can help you forge documents that say it was from Minerva because I happen to have a few extra in my pack just from the time when I was there, but honestly, they'd probably see that. You guys are screwed. It's up to you.
Don't sign anything. Where I saw a thing and you signed something, and then something happened, and then I saw another thing and you had sleeves,
No.
and then I saw us trying to kill them, and I think it was going okay. I don't think any of us were dead, but there was a lot of blood. Is this guy? Who is this guy?
He's Dashing Dan, only the universe's most feared and terrible fascist.
Very, very
And
wealthy.
Very, very wealthy.
Also, Beth, you find in your pack that something shifts, and you are able to reach in there, and you find there's a holy hand grenade. It's a bouncing Betty, so when it explodes, it makes baby grenades.
Yes.
Aw,
drop from it.
how are baby grenades formed? Well, when a mommy grenade and a daddy grenade.
No, when a mommy grenade just explodes, it's asexual.
Asexual reproduction.
It just buds.
Yeah.
Oh God,
So-
it's a meiosis grenade.
So I'm gonna say it actually has holy written on it. Probably since this being the Church of Merc, it's probably misspelled. somehow, but
Actually, well, is it possible, Raven? Can I convince you? Maybe it's handwriting from Minerva.
no.
Dang it! It's totally gonna
No,
convince.
no. It's spelled WHOLI.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so we can check this at him now, or I really don't want to get involved. He can send so many things after us. I have dealt with him before, unfortunately, and I do not want to deal with him again. I will help you with whatever legal things you need, but unfortunately, I've done the most. Unless one of you can convince him it came with Minerva, I just gave you the option. I'm
I
staying out
can
of
set him
this.
on fire.
I will give you this too. He doesn't seem super interested in the real legalities of it. It feels very much like just a shakedown.
Maybe
So like
we
if you could,
So
I can
if you could
offer a
produce
counterpoint.
some,
I can offer a counterpoint.
sure.
My counterpoint is grenades, everyone now! I need my pets.
That said, no.
you still have like 4 harm on you. There is something we can also do as a counter offer, because yes, there is the legal aspect that's going awry. But oftentimes when taxes are on the line, especially with corporations, one of the things you can do is you can barter for a lesser payment. I just know there's going to be a lot of blood if we attack him, and we will continually be hunted for the rest of our mortal days. So, or immortal, as the case may be for Merc. One of the things we can do is we can argue that yes, it was formed on a Minerva, but we can concede that we do not have the right missionary licensing and agree to pay that fee, which should be a few thousand less, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah.
I have already thrown both grenades.
What? What?
Not gonna negotiate, huh?
Did you take the holy hand grenade from my hand?
No, I just had 2 grenades extra. And I did scream, attack my minions.
Okay.
I didn't know if that was just contemplation or if that was actual action.
No, that
Okay.
was me screaming attack.
So
Okay.
Beth is just trying to explain, how you can possibly barter with with corporations, because she's seen this skill before. And as she's in the middle of saying something, Merc just grabs it and throws, basically. Just.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
Glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Beth's
No.
pissed.
So
Yeah,
since it's no longer
Paige is
really an
gonna-
option,
Paige is gonna back up and hopefully just.
we're,
Beth is gonna kind of go with Paige, in the we are not part of this. We're probably gonna be lumped in anyways, but yeah, this is bad news.
yeah,
all heard
we're
Beth. He can't get out of here alive.
oh my god.
What? No.
No survivors!
You said he would
No.
come for us, so no survivors.
All right, before we go too much further here, it's definitely going to be into turn order in just a sec. But since it's no longer an option, I did want to explain this. So Wesley, your image of Merc putting on a shirt with sleeves, that was going to be one of the conditions. Is like, well, I can make the payment a lot cheaper, but you're going to have to share profits and wear a business shirt.
Figured.
That was never an option. Sleeves were never an option.
That's a great raid cry right there.
Sleeves were never an option.
Were never an option. Love it. Okay, so we're gonna start with Merc, and then we'll go around, and basically it'll be Merc, Paige, Beth, Wesley, and then me
Before
as we
we
go
do,
around.
can we take inventory on how many soldiers we have?
You've got about I want to say there's 24?
About 24 soldiers, and then the 2 shark bear things, and then my skag pup, my dire dog pups.
I forgot
Uh,
about our zoo.
Yes, though the zoo is back at the Haven.
Oh, I thought we were. Oh no, that's right. We weren't at the Haven. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Compound.
Okay, I thought this whole
So-
time we were at the Haven. No, okay. So never mind. They don't. That's probably for the best. I don't want them to get hurt.
I was say one suggestion: if you do want to bring them in, you could instruct one of your followers to try to make a run for it and come back with them.
No, it's probably better to leave the pups alone.
Okay.
But I did tell all of my followers to throw their grenades.
Raven,
Okay.
can you tell me if like Beth will know, like, will Beth pretty much, if she doesn't, like, she's pretty much lumped in regardless of what happens. If she takes a step
Yeah.
out, she's still going to be hunted down and killed.
I mean, if
Regardless.
you don't participate, they'll probably still try to attack you here. But if you don't participate and you get away, then maybe they won't hunt you down later.
Oh, jeez. Oh, these are decisions.
There'll probably be a steep standard buy fee that you still have to pay.
Yeah. So yeah. So we'll just start with this. So Merc, you throw grenades and tell everybody to attack.
Yep.
You've got about a half dozen quote unquote soldiers in various states of health.
Yep.
That are willing to fight for you. So they will do their thing, and I will take those into account. Are you?
They will have at least 5 grenades waiting to be thrown.
Can
Four
Yeah.
more grenades.
So I'm gonna say, if you want to throw both grenades at the same time, probably be. I'd say that there's like a penalty to kick some ass or something like that to throw them both at the same time. So do you want to do that with like a -1 to your
Sure.
throw, or?
Yeah. That sounds lovely.
Okay, so go ahead and roll that, and then we'll basically have that going, and then we'll take our break. So 7. No, 6 to throw both.
No, I put the -1 in.
Okay, so 7.
Yeah. So any objections if I use a D6 cast?
No.
I know. Let's get pretty.
Okay, so 10, so success. You chuck both of them. They both hit their mark and explode. And when we come back from the break, we'll find out what happened. So
I'm so sorry if anybody dies. I'm so sorry. We all knew what we were getting into when we started a cult, and I used the term really lightly.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
Every cult is a death cult in the end.
we'll find out what happens with the grenades when we get back. We're gonna take about a 5-10 minute break so people can grab a drink, buy whatever you need to do, and then we'll find out what happens from here. So
I
see
need
you all
to
in just a
rethink
minute.
some life choices.
Same.
And we're back. So, grenades were thrown. Expertly, I might add. So, Merc, you land the grenade throw. There's 2 of them. You get it right in the middle of them all. However, when they explode, that's when you notice a shimmer of shields on all of them. Dashing Dan's looks particularly high-tech. There's like a holographic effect of Dashing Dan with, you know, two middle fingers up that displays on the shield as it blocks damage. And the guards do seem a little stunned by it, I guess you could say. They don't look too beat up, but it does seem to give them a little bit of pause, as they were not expecting an immediate grenade attack. So it may buy us some time. And you've definitely taken something off of their shields. But you yell for everybody to attack, and so when it comes around to essentially my turn, I will tell you what they all do. If you do have any moves that dictate what your followers do, definitely feel free to let me know.
No, I just got crew that just says they acted with my order.
Okay. In that case, Paige, we're going to go to you.
Uh-huh.
So Dashing Dan has come up there trying to shake you down for some money, or at least get a piece of the action of this new thing that Merc's got going. And while Beth has been explaining, hey, here's how we can negotiate, Merc has said, you know, sleeves were never an option and throwing grenades.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
Grab Beth and run.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're both sort of working in tandem here. You're looking out for each other. Where do you run to?
Is there a map or anything?
There's not a map, but I can give you a brief explanation. So,
I'm gonna
Okay,
what I-
yeah, let's listen.
I'm going to do what I did before and create a teleportation circle.
Oh, that honestly would be fantastic.
okay.
Can you take me with you?
Yes. We took an entire car before.
Yeah,
True.
you do. I am gonna say you're gonna need line of sight for this.
Uh-huh.
Well, we were kind of huddled in a big group at this point, so
Mhm.
honestly, is it possible if Paige could grab everyone, or yeah, Paige could grab everyone and just teleport? Mark might be pissed, but he'd be alive.
And I would
That's a
have no
thought.
church.
Well, I mean, the heart of the church would live on in the high clergy.
Let's go to Minerva.
Okay. All right, Paige. Then go ahead and roll. Where are you trying to
Roll.
open this?
Are you gonna grab everyone or just me?
just you. If you want to grab other people, that's fine.
Who am I
Okay.
standing right next to? Closest.
so-
I mean, I'm.
So
I picture Paige kind of being on my left. Like, who's gonna be on my right?
let me describe the layout real quick, just so there's no confusion. So the compound that you're in has a semicircular sheet metal fence. Essentially, it's a high wall that goes around the entire thing, and it's sort of built into a mountainside where there's a big bunker that you could potentially escape into. And that's behind you. There's some very Borderlands-esque style sheet metal houses on the inside of this wall, and sort of a big open courtyard in the middle. There's a big gateway that's about the size of a jeep, and that's where Dashing Dan and his lackeys are standing. That's pretty much it. You're standing right next to Merc because you were just talking to him. I presume Paige is close by. Wesley, where were you?
I feel like Merc took a few steps forward to throw the grenade.
That's fair.
I
There are
thought
also
the-
bandit
I thought-
followers
I think I'm there.
scattered everywhere.
You know,
Okay.
I feel like Beth is more likely to grab Wesley if he's in arm's reach, just because, well, we already know that Merc's immortal, so he shouldn't have a problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I rolled a 5, and then I rolled another And then I use the d6, so that's 6 plus 6, and that's plus 3, so 14. So 5 plus
14.
6 is 11, plus 3 is 14. Yes.
So we don't have any d6s left to use?
Nope. You are
Oh,
out.
No,
Oh.
Oh.
I had to use one because I was not gonna have that be an 8.
Yeah, Beth is gonna grab Wesley
Okay.
if he's in the
So,
huddle.
Paige,
And
Paige, describe what you're doing here. What are you looking at? Where are you throwing this portal?
Just
underneath our feet, just do it.
So Paige just creates a portal on a rock really far away, and then everybody sneaks
So-
into the ground and comes out the portal.
Oh, I was like,
So where really far away? Because you're in the middle of this compound. You're surrounded by walls except for a gate that's in front of you, which is
Oh.
open.
and how far can the portal go to? Because we could just
The
go right
gate,
back to
then.
Line of sight. So the gate is open.
Okay.
Dashing Dan and his lackeys are standing there. So your options are anywhere
Uh-huh.
inside the compound. Could probably do the side of the mountain, though I wouldn't recommend that. Or maybe the open field behind Dashing Dan and his lackeys.
Yeah, the open field. The open
Oh
field
wait,
behind.
do Dashing Dan and his lackeys have a car?
That was what I was trying to ask.
Ooh,
You don't
yes.
see one.
Shit. I want a new
The
truck.
open field behind them. Then we can look for a car.
Wait, how like is there a way to get cover when we're in the field?
It's an open field.
Yeah.
It's basically open, flat desert until you get to Merck's Haven, which is, what did I say, 3 or 4 football fields away?
Yeah.
No.
If-
Wait, so is the compound in the side of the mountain,
It's-
or the
it's
bunker was
on
separate
this-
from the side of?
The bunker is built into the mountain, and then the compound is basically just a giant fence around that bunker.
Okay, is there a way through the bunker to back to Merck's Haven?
No.
Okay, so the bunker would be a dead end.
We've
Yes.
never been into the bunker yet, so we haven't explored it.
Oh yeah, I guess you haven't. But the other bandits told you that it's a siege haven, basically designed to just wait it out in there. So Paige, you're doing it into the open field?
Yeah, into the open field, and then,
As
and
far
then
away
we,
as humanly possible.
and then we sink into the ground and come out the field.
Okay. Do you
I've,
leave the portal open or close it?
No, the portal's not open. No, hell no.
Pat, I gotta ask, are you okay with Beth grabbing Wesley?
I'm okay with
Mistake.
it. I don't know how
Okay.
Leslie's gonna feel about it.
Okay. I don't want to do anything to your character that you don't like.
No, I'm good with it.
Let's
I was gonna see if I wonder if I roll a sharp to even see if I notice you dragging me or something like that, or if I'm just caught by surprise. I don't want to die,
it's-
but I probably wouldn't want to leave Merc either.
Well,
Merc's immortal.
We're gonna-
He's fine.
we're going to come around here for a second. Quick question for Merc, because all of this is happening, and it's involving all of you all at once. I'm going to say that the portal's opened up in the ground. You could take a couple steps back and get into it easily. So it's really your decision, Merc. Do you stay or do you go with the group?
Do you die with your followers, or
Philip
they
and
say
I
captain goes down with his ship?
look. Philip and I have a point to prove.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to stay in there?
I think you'd see me reaching out a hand as I get pulled through, in case like offering to bring.
No.
Okay. So we're going to do this then. Paige, you open the portal. You're basically in the middle of the open field behind Dashing Dan and his followers. You still have a long run ahead of you. But you're out of the compound. You're able to move around a little bit more freely.
Wait a sec. Like, is the field like, is it like dry grass or is it just desert field?
It's just desert. Hard,
Okay.
stone
So
bleached
there's
sand.
nothing to set on fire.
No. There's a lot of like tire tracks where Wesley did donuts and flipped the car that one time.
That's good.
We can't set tire tracks on fire. Tires,
No.
maybe.
But yeah, that's it. Okay. So you do that, Beth. You're going along. You're able to grab Wesley, assuming that Patrick, you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Merc, you've got a second to decide, and you decide to stay. So that's everybody. I'm gonna do.
This is all happening behind me. I don't think Merc even sees it.
I
He
will
just
give you.
assumes that he just assumes his friends are going to be there with him to fight.
I will give you this.
Oh!
You could hear something happening behind you. It's a familiar sound. You know there's a portal as an option if you want to take it.
If I'm getting pulled through, I'm at least calling out to you as well.
Yeah. You probably hear Wesley do it. At least a come on, we're getting out of here.
I'm just going to say, sleeves were never an option.
All right.
And
Fair
pull up
enough.
Philip.
Fair enough. Okay. In that case, it's going to be Dashing Dan's turn and your follower's turn.
Okay.
So your followers, I'm going to let go first. They throw out a bunch of grenades. There's explosions, and Dashing Dan and his lackeys, take cover behind the fence. They don't just stand there and take the full brunt of it, obviously, but there's still a bunch of explosions. The guards' shields seem to be, having a tough time. Dashing Dan's seems perfectly intact, and it has a variety of different rude gestures and expressions as it blocks the damage. But they're all behind the wall now and taking cover, so they're not actively attacking all of you. Though Merc, you are able to see the guards pulling things out of their coats, which look like very high-tech guns.
Okay. I'll holler out, get to the minigun! Because
Okay.
I remember there being a minigun on the field and a minigun on the railing of the compound.
Yes. Okay. So you just tell your followers to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do?
Me and Philip got a date.
Okay.
Hey, and I just gotta say on the bright side of all of this, if any of us do end up dying, at least we'll just come back on Wesley's shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wesley will always have Merc in his heart.
And on his shoulder, and probably in his belly.
Merc has ascended to
eventually.
higher planes and only speaks through Wesley.
Yep.
Merc will probably be in Wesley's belly eventually. Let's just be real.
Rude.
You never know.
Just
Keep
because
your
I'm
gun
trying,
close.
just because I'm trying local dishes doesn't mean I'm changing my whole diet.
And congratulations, y'all have just reinvented Christianity.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
So Merc, you've got Philip. There are no
Yep.
targets in front of you. They are taking cover. Do you run after them, or what do you do?
Let's see. What can I do? I don't have enough guild coins for that. I think I'm going. They're hiding behind just a piece of corrugated steel.
Yeah. I mean, it's sheet metal and boards. It's not super durable. You could basically destroy their cover, but you can't hit them directly from where you're standing.
Okay then. Since I am going to try to screech and try to summon any nearby dire aliens to come to my aid.
Okay.
Honestly, I
I'm
was gonna. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, roll weird for that.
Yeah. And I can do that because I took a perk for it. Roll weird.
So 7.
All right. Boy, that was a bad dice roll. That would have been a 4.
Ooh. Yeah, let's do this. There are 2. So there's 2 sort of dire birds flying around that you're able to get their attention. What do you have? What do you have them do?
Attack.
Okay. I will. Sort of looking for. Resolve that attack when it gets around to my turn. Or the dire birds. Do you do anything else? Do you move or anything?
Just take cover.
Okay. Paige, it's your turn.
Uh-huh.
You've brought everybody but Merc out into the open field. You now see Dashing Dan and all of his lackeys hiding behind the walls as those grenade explosions go off. And you notice that a couple of them seem to be paying attention to you, having noticed that you're now standing in a different spot.
Yeah. Do I see a car or anything?
So as you look around, you do notice that there seems to be some sort of vehicle-shaped thing up against one of the walls. You don't recognize it as being there before. The lights are off, and it's nighttime, so you're not sure what kind of vehicle it is or whose it is exactly, but it's definitely some sort of vehicle, presumably what they came in.
Now, what do I want to do? I want to make a firewall and then run towards the vehicle.
Okay. I will say this running towards the
create
vehicle.
some kind of cover.
I will say this: the vehicle is very close to Dashing Dan and the other guards, so you will have to basically run past them or approach them to get to it.
Then no. I will just create a firewall for cover.
Okay.
Oh. I
'Cause
just.
that is 1 armor. Yeah. Well, one armor, yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll weird for that.
Yes, those are the correct dice. So that's a 9.
9. Okay.
I am 1 away from the firehouse, right?
Yeah. So you make the firewall, and then that has a glitch, correct? Because it is a partial success.
If you so choose, yes.
Oh, of course I'm gonna choose. So let's see. Yeah, it's gonna attract unwanted attention. Everybody notices it. It's sort of like a giant beacon in the middle of this dark desert field. And you gain all of the attention. Do you say anything or move at all?
It's cover. So they can't see
I had to
through it.
ask.
Yeah. It's great covered. A giant target. I also think we should hide behind that.
Yeah,
It's a
they
wall of
can't see
flame.
through it, so I'm running in the other direction. I create
I'm
this wall
pretty
of
sure
flame
that
and
you
run
can see through flame walls.
away from it.
Probably not clearly, but it's not a solid wall. It's flame.
It just made it easier for them to see us.
It has the barrier tag and it is 1 armor.
Yes.
I will.
Yeah, Beth, your turn.
So I can run away.
I will say this: Beth did not plan to leave Merc completely without something. She's going to. It's how many football fields?
We'll say 4 football fields to the Haven.
If she can sprint, she wants to get to the Haven and have the let loose the dire dogs to go help Merc with this. That's the plan. So she is just going to double down. Let's see if there's any special abilities. Yeah, I really don't know what to if I can use anything, but can she just double down and frickin' sprint for it? I do have she's well trained or rigorous training, so if that can count, she's extra fast at running and possibly evading if they do try to attack.
Sure. We'll do an act under pressure. Roll cool, and we'll see if you're able to keep your head and breathe evenly and run as fast as you possibly can.
I think she does. That's going to be an 11.
Nice. So yeah, you snap into your sort of athletic training and you start running as fast as you can towards the haven. Wesley, Paige, and Beth have both bolted. There's a flame wall in front of you that is providing some cover, though obviously you're familiar with the flame wall.
Yep.
You know that you've drawn attention.
Yep. So it's just
At
to
this
clarify,
point, everybody's familiar with the flame wall.
Just to clarify, I've been teleported to an open field with very little cover.
And a
The
giant
attention of all
beacon.
the people with guns directly at me, and then abandoned by the people who took me there. Good.
Yep. From Wesley's point of view, that is exactly what has happened.
So
I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. I'm just being a smart ass. Wesley's never tried to use magic option before, but he's magically. So I've been looking into it now, and I noticed one of the effects is summon a monster into the world.
Yes.
Can I
Summon a
try
demon?
and use magic to make a spectral brownie appear with these guys?
Giant spectral brownie.
You can certainly try.
This seems desperate enough that I would.
Wait,
watching everybody else.
if Paige sees Wesley doing this, Paige will definitely help out.
You're running. You're beelining to the haven, so you do not see Wesley doing this. Because this has happened after you've started sprinting. Same for Beth. So Wesley, I will say this. If I remember correctly, in Monster of the Week, how that works, summoning a monster into the world doesn't necessarily mean like it's your monster. So there could be some potential collateral damage.
Fuck it. More gasoline on this fire, please.
Okay, just making sure that you know that that's a risk.
Okay. I mean, I know that's a risk. I don't know that Wesley knows that's a risk.
Of course. In that case, yeah, real weird. 13, nice.
Yes.
Please have the giant brownie. Please have the giant brownie.
Yeah. You've got
It's amazing.
yeah, you've got like you know the first giant Hulk bandit that you all ran into. It's like that size, but it's like a gingerbread blob brownie. It's like a gingerbread person, but more blobular. I don't know if that's an actual word, but it is now. And instead of its normal like "yay" kind of voice, is like "yay." And yeah, you do manage to hear Dashing Dan and all his guards going, "What the fuck?" And it's gonna be their turn next. So just to double check, do you say anything or run or anything like that?
Oh, God. Where is there to run to? In the middle of a field. Nice. I think I'm pretty.
You're
all
in
my
the safest. Yeah, you're
With
in
my
the safest
dark side
spot.
impulses, I want to see how this plays out too.
Okay.
You've got a wall of fire and a giant brownie in between you and the guns.
Okay. So we'll start with the bad guys. They open fire on this thing. Huh?
I said
They
us
have
or
to make
the
it.
bad
They have to make
guys?
it through the wall of fire, though.
No, they're shooting at the monster, the giant brownie, who's very much, running towards them, because that's just the first thing that Brownie saw as he was summoned into existence.
Brownie saw Brownie must kill.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
Brownie. Oh, Brownie.
Brownie see,
Ooh,
Brownie
yeah.
smash is basically how this is going.
Macho Man.
Test their faith, Brownie.
Yeah. So Brownie's charging towards them, and they're just opening fire, going like, what the fuck is this thing? So that's happening. Also, there are two dire birds that are swooping down, and
Don't tell me they're going for the brownie.
no, they're attacking the minions, the lackeys. And because they're not a bullet or a grenade or anything like that, they're actually able to get past the shields. So a couple of the lackeys are swatting those things off and
Oh, I thought
turning
they'd
their
be like
attention to
picked
those.
up and swooped away, pterodactyl style.
I didn't envision these being quite that big. More like
They can try.
More
They rip
like
off
large-
the sleeves. Rip off the sleeves.
The brownie rips off the sleeves. Yes.
No. The birds, as they're swooping down with the lackeys, since they go through the shields, just grabs the sleeves and rips them off, trying to lift them up.
Yes. Yes.
Merc, would you have told them to do
Yes.
something like that? Okay.
I told them to attack, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, they're scratching and pecking at the sleeves.
Good.
The lackeys have one sleeve off at this point, each.
Good. Good. Once they have no sleeves, they will see the light. Or their shoulders will, at least.
Sleeves are Merc's favorite enemy, yes. So that's happening.
Prefer them.
The bandits are charging out towards Dashing Dan and the lackeys, and throwing every which manner of weapon that they can.
Are any of them going for the guns?
Right.
He did call go for the miniguns.
One of them is running into the bathrooms, which is the building that has the mounted gun, and one of them does run over looking for the chain gun, the minigun that was on the ground. Takes him a minute to find it, but he does eventually find it and starts trying to lug it over to you. Unfortunately, it's a little scrawny guy that ran over there to get that. So he's like dragging it over to you, trying to get the gun to you. But it's going to take him a minute. And Dashing Dan and his lackeys are sort of retreating back towards the vehicle. They're doing sort of a tactical retreat to regroup.
And then there's Paige right there.
Paige,
Where am I?
Paige is running towards the Haven, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I thought Paige was running towards the vehicle. Beth was running towards the Haven.
That was the original plan, and then I mentioned like,
Paige
oh yeah,
and
that's
Beth are running towards the Hayden.
that's where the guys are. So Merc, you've witnessed all of this. It's your turn. What do you do?
Can I see the vehicle?
You cannot. It's behind the wall.
Okay. Well then I will is the exit a door or a gate, or what's the situation there?
You're basically facing a big open gate. And
Okay, so no structures above it.
no, it's just a big open gate, and the Dan and his lackeys have retreated behind the wall to your right, so you can't see them at the moment either, but you do hear their shouting and gunfire.
Okay.
And your followers are sort of pouring towards the gate, charging after them.
Let's see then. I think I will go meet my weak lackey that's carrying the minigun
Okay.
and retrieve that from them, and then try to make as much headway towards getting them in a line of sight. In particular, their vehicle. I want to get their vehicle in a line of sight more so than them.
Okay. Then I'll say this: you're able to meet the lackey, or the bandit rather, as he's dragging this thing along the ground. You run over there and you're able to pick it up. It's going to require 2 hands.
Okay.
Because it is heavy. But other than that, it doesn't affect you in any other way.
Okay.
There are 2 sort of controls on it. There's a sort of classic trigger on like a picture like a motorcycle handlebar, and the brake is the trigger.
Okay.
And then on the end where your thumb would go, there's another button which you probably can assume is for the rockets.
Okay.
Do you take time to inspect this minigun a little bit closer before you run over there, or do you just run with it?
I think we both know that's not Merc style.
It's fair enough. Had to ask. Okay, so you've got this, and yeah, on your next turn you'll be able to do something with it, basically.
All right, cool.
And your dire birds are still swooping and
Good.
shrieking.
Hacking off sleeves.
They're trying. Paige.
Everybody knows that shields don't cover sleeves.
So, Paige, you've been making a beeline towards the Haven. You did hear a roar from this giant voice, giving you an opportunity to look over your shoulder or stop and pay attention if you want to do that instead.
Absolutely not.
Okay, you just running as fast as you can then, I'm assuming.
I don't.
Okay. So you're running towards the Haven. Beth, you also heard all of that.
How far have I gotten running?
You've caught up with Paige, maybe a couple of steps ahead of Paige at this point.
Okay, how far am I to the Haven?
You're like 3.5 football fields to go.
Crap! I thought this would be a lot faster. Oh my gosh, I almost feel bad. I'm gonna be missing all the action. Trying to think if there's anything else I can do.
You have the opportunity to glance over and see what's going on, which may change what Beth would do.
Yeah, and if she were to turn around, just so I get kind of a feel of what's going on, if she were to suddenly turn around and drop and do a snipe, she would be able to like at least get some of the lackeys in her sights, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because that's like like that should be ideal sniping distance. I know nothing about sniping, but
yeah, you're within range.
okay. I think she's going to call like she's going to kind of call to Paige the plan, like, get the dogs, let's slip the dogs of war, and is just going to come to like a skidding halt, like, and spin like and go and get into sniping position.
So now we'll know who let the dogs out for sure.
So
okay.
and now Beth's in good sniping position.
All right. Yeah, you drop down, swing around, pull your gun up. You've got your rifle set to go.
Okay.
Who do you target?
What's the nearest lackey?
It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. They're all equal distance for this weapon.
Let's go with whichever.
Okay. I guess
It
the
really
question is
doesn't
more,
matter.
Do you target the lackeys or do you target Dan? I guess is the question.
The lackeys, pick them off first, and then we can actually go focus on the boss. Like, not always how you're supposed to do it, or is that the opposite of what you're always supposed to do?
No, always take the lackeys first.
Always
Yeah.
take the lackeys. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
take
you
the
gotta-
lackeys first.
You gotta clear the ads before you can beat the boss.
Not if the lackeys just respawn.
That's
Yeah,
true.
or if they're designed to be like fight for your life, kill one to get a revive.
Okay.
Anyway,
Go ahead
so
and roll kick some ass.
that'd be cool, right?
That's gonna be tough.
Tough. Okay. 6.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm just saying,
Um,
everybody's got some luck, which I don't think anyone's touched but me.
I had to use the
I-
luck last time.
I think I already had used that, right?
No, you've got a certain amount of luck. I can't remember how many points off the top of my head.
You get 7 on your character sheet to use like throughout the course of the campaign. And it doesn't matter if you use all of them, you just become doomed.
Yeah, when you use all of your luck, I get to basically do very bad things to your character.
But that's
Yeah,
You
like
basically have horrible luck once you run out of luck.
Okay, I'm not gonna touch that. Let's just get the fail and get the experience. It's just gonna be a miss, right? It's not bad enough to have something bad happen, right?
Well, it's a fail, not a partial success. So,
Okay.
so yeah, you try to shoot one of the lackeys, but it actually bounces off their shield. It ricochets and kills one of the dire birds that was flying around.
Oh,
No, that was Kaka. Now there's only 2K left.
at least I killed something. Can I
Yep.
convince Dan that I'm working for him at this point?
How many times?
You can certainly try, though I don't think you're within speaking distance. But if that's your goal, you can certainly try. Wesley, you see a bullet ricochet off of one of the lackeys, kill one of the dire birds that's flying around. But Brownie's having a good old time just chasing these henchmen around.
I'd like to imagine in my head, little Brownie is on the shoulder of Big Brownie now, just coordinating it.
All I can see from this is that scene from Shrek
Yes,
with the
yes.
gingerbread men.
I didn't
Mundo?
even think of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wesley, you see Big Brownie, who everybody can see. You chasing these guys around, but only you can see Little Brownie on his shoulder, and like Ted riding piggyback.
Wow, this magic shit is easy. I get why the Paige does it all the time. This is I'm sure I won't get addicted to this. Is like his arms are lighting up with all those glyphs that are usually dull. And fuck it, in for a penny, I'm gonna try and summon another monster.
Okay.
God.
This time
yes.
I would like to, though it is no longer with us in physical body, I would like to try and summon a doppelganger of our wondrous car in all of its glory and direct it monster truck style at their vehicle.
Oh
Yes.
yes. Oh yes.
Okay.
That's a get weird roll, correct?
Yeah. Oh, if it's very weird.
Did we have the 5 interactions yet on Twitter?
Yes, I've been watching that. You've gone through those already.
Rest in peace.
You were at 9 last I checked. Let me see.
If I just retweet this 5 times, would that work?
No. But you are at 10 now, so you do get another D4. Unfortunately, I do as well. But
Are you going to use one of those D4s on the 13 I just rolled?
nah. Oh hey, your D4 is now a D6. Thanks to it. You got a 13. There's not a whole lot I could do to that with a D4. Um, so yeah, you summon. It's like maximum overdrive. So it's like a zombie version of your car. So there's like doors missing, and it's like oddly now this like gray and green paint scheme to make it look undead. The lights are like this pale, like bluish green glow instead of the normal white lights. And yeah,
Oh yeah,
it's-
I'm cackling still behind the firewall. Get them. This can never go wrong. No consequences.
and in your mind, you see that Ted is no longer riding piggyback on Brownie. Ted is now in the driver's seat of Zombie Car, and yeah, it starts zooming towards the henchmen and Dashing Dan and their vehicle, which brings us to their turn.
I'm sorry for the things I do.
They make
I
it
have said-
fun.
I have said so many things over the course of this campaign that I never would have thought would have been put together in a sentence before. This is amazing.
That's what makes this campaign unique.
Yeah.
That is a word for this campaign.
I mean, and I
It's
guess
true.
you could say the monster truck was better off Ted.
All right, so it's their turn. Dashing Dan gives an order. The headlights on the vehicle flash on. And it's not so much a vehicle as it is an APC. It's tanky. It's not a literal tank, but it's tanky. And it's got a minigun on the top. Like, he came prepared. Though thankfully didn't bring like, you know, mechs or a tank or anything like that. But yeah, it starts opening fire on poor Ted and Zombie Car. Of course, all they see is Zombie Car. So
Can Ted die twice?
I think there's an
I'll find
unlimited
out.
amount of times that he can die now. Wesley, roll weird again to see if your monster is able to sort of dodge the fire.
Is it a
weapon's
Dodge
fire.
truck?
10, okay. It does a pretty good job. It lasts through the weapons fire that's being
Through the
thrown
fire
at
and
it.
flames?
Yeah. And it does crash into the APC. Now, the APC is very armored, so it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it now cannot charge towards you, which was their plan. So, all the henchmen are starting to back away towards the APC, clearly moving in a retreating type fashion. And the bandits are now exchanging fire with the henchmen. We're just, for the sake of ease and my sanity, we're just gonna call it halvesies. So between the Dire Bird and all of the Merc followers, they take out half of each other. So Merc, you've got 12 followers left alive. Dashing Dan has 3 henchmen left with him. Merc, it is now your turn.
Ooh. How close is everybody standing?
They're pretty darn close. They're trying to get into the vehicle.
Well, I'm gonna say no to that, and I'm gonna shoot a rocket at them.
Okay. To do so, you are going to have to run out of the compound, so you will be exposed at that point.
Like the rest of us, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's cool. I'm immortal.
Okay. So you've run out there, and just describe what you do as as you run out there with this rocket launcher?
So I think he's getting the feel that maybe this gun is a little too much for him in his current state, and he starts to kind of shift his shoulders a little bit and cracks his neck, and then one arm grows incredibly large with long blue fur, and the second arm pops out on that same side, and they just kind of hook under it. Boner fart. They're boner farts.
Sorry.
Yeah, copyright laws. And with that, he fires the rocket at them. Definitely at them. Not between them and the car. No, he's not that smart. No, he's just gonna shoot at them.
Okay, so this is the rocket on the minigun?
Yes. This is not
okay. Okay. That's amazing. And it looks very epic. Up to the point that you push
rockets.
Yep. Up to the point that you push the button and it just goes click. Remember when I said, do you want to take a second to check the weapon?
Yeah, I know. I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. But hey.
You can always throw the minigun.
That's honestly what I was thinking about doing.
If you'd like, you can try the trigger.
Yeah, sure. Let's try the trigger.
Okay. Roll tough, or kick some ass. Oh no, 5.
Rest in peace.
You do have 1d6 if you want to use it. It is the only d6 you have.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that level up.
Okay.
No, I'm not. No, fuck it. I'm gonna use a luck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it goes click, and you're like, oh crap. You pull the trigger, and it gets one round off and jams. But you're able to just like slap it on the ground, and it miraculously unjams it, and you're able to keep firing.
Nice. Nice.
This basically forces the henchmen to form sort of a phalanx in front of Dan. So their shields are just soaking up all of that damage and basically completely deplenishing the shields.
Great.
They are mere mortals now.
Good. I scream, shields were never sleeves were never an option.
Shields were never an option either, let's be honest.
No, not for Merc, no.
No. Okay. Paige. If you're gonna continue running, give me a
Does Paige notice that Beth is no longer running?
Beth did yell at you when she, took down, like, get the dogs.
Get the dogs. Oh, then Paige would be doing what Beth said.
Okay, give me a tough roll, because this is a long way to run, and you're running without pause.
I'm gonna use that D6 because I'm gonna need it.
Right.
Shouldn't we save it for something else?
I was gonna say this is
yeah, this is kind of like a
not a crucial roll.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Let's let her use it.
It's a 12 total.
12 total. Okay. You are running with no problem. I won't make you roll again for running to the Haven. You've got about 2.5 football field lengths to go. It's 12. Okay. So Beth.
How far away am I from the new monster truck, or the
zombie car?
tank? No, the tank.
The armored personnel carrier, the APC. You'd run about a football field already, so probably a little more than that.
You said it was at half. No, it's okay, but
I'm going back and like, wait, did I say that? We'll call it 3/4 of a football field.
Okay. Is there any possible way to get the the holy hand grenade and throw it at the car. I mean, of course, running towards it, but like in time before they can get in.
It'd be a hell of a throw, but it's possible.
Not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna take a shot.
Okay.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
Mechanically speaking, you would need a full success for it to work.
Yeah. All right. Well, I was gonna think run and throw, but yeah.
Even with that.
All right. I totally get one of them
Nice.
because that's gonna be a 13.
Perfect. Yeah, you hit one of the three. And unless you really want to aim for Dan, you could, aim between them. I wouldn't say no to that, seeing as his shield still works.
No, let's take him out.
How much harm does your gun do?
It's 4 harm, I believe. Yeah, 4 harm.
Okay. So one of them gets hit, and it's obvious that they got hit. They're not dead, but they are obviously injured.
Okay.
Wesley, back to you. Brownie is steadily forcing these things back. Zombie car is sadly crashed into the APC. It's pretty much totaled, but it's still blocking the way.
So doing exactly what our car did. So perfect.
Pretty much, yeah.
True to character there.
Got it for less than a minute and totaled it. So it's on brand.
Out of curiosity, would I know, like, lore wise, are the shields or like high-tech shields and stuff, are those Liridium based?
No, they're just
Okay.
technology based.
Got it. I'm always trying to figure out a way to use that sight ability that I took that lets me see magic shit, and I haven't found a good opportunity. Huh.
Yeah.
How close are they to me now?
I mean, they're not that far. You could probably, if you did nothing but run towards them and put all your energy into that, you could probably get to zombie car this turn.
They're not within throwing range, are they, though?
For you, yeah, you could run a little bit and throw something. You're a lot closer to them than Beth is.
Merc can't see me right now, right? For what I'm about to think.
No, Merc can, because Merc has run out the gate with the minigun. What are you thinking about doing?
Got a jug of grain alcohol left. And there's a nice igniting source of a firewall between me and them.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna try and overhand chuck the grain alcohol through the firewall towards them.
Okay. Since you're not like running towards them now, you're just throwing it from where you're at. It's gonna be hard, so you're gonna need a full success to get the effect you're going for. But it's possible.
What would this be? What am I?
Cool.
It's tough.
I think it'd be cool.
It's very cool in the sense of that it's awesome, but I'm gonna say
Yeah.
tough
Oh.
for because it's kick some ass.
What if you big whammy like punted it?
You could try
Ooh.
that.
if I just like drop it and kick it with big whammy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You could do weird
Okay.
instead if you want to do it that way,
Let's give it a shot.
or
Yeah,
even
you
like
don't have more points in weird than in tough.
I think so, right?
Yeah, let's try drop kicking it with a ghost kick.
Okay. Yeah, you could try drop kick, or you could even like try to serve it like a volleyball if you wanted to. Either way.
This feels like a luck roll for me. Let's use up another luck.
How much do
Make
you
that
have
a full
now?
success. That's number 4 of 7. So I've used half.
Okay. Yeah, it would have been extremely bad had you not used the luck.
Figured.
You would have been a man on fire.
This girl is on fire. Oh no, we've started the cult of the Firehawk again.
Oh no.
How many cults do we have to make?
Apparently, at least one more. Yeah. So yeah, because you used luck, as you kick it, you can just feel the container that this is in, the glass cracking, and you know, deep in your soul, that this should have exploded all over you, catching you on fire.
Uh-huh.
But miraculously, you're so damn lucky that it holds just long enough for you to kick it through the wall. It ignites.
But you feel deep in your soul that you should be dead.
Yeah. It ignites it, and yeah, it lands on them. Basically, giant Molotov cocktail. The henchmen are on fire and having to deal with that. Dan gets into the APC,
Oh.
and the door shuts.
As he's shutting the door, can I yell, "If you like our work, we're available for hire"?
Sure. So he gets in the APC, and it's their turn. So it's gonna back up, and
Can it move with the monster truck becoming intimate with it?
yes, it can't go forward, but it is able to back up.
What? Becoming intimate? I'm confused.
The zombie car crashed into the front. But it's very armored, so the APC didn't really take damage, but it just wasn't able to push through the car. Originally, it was going to try to run over everyone, but the zombie car stopped that from happening. So it's going to back up. Brownie is beating on it, denting and scratching the paint. And the minigun is pretty much just occupied shooting at Brownie as they are trying to make their escape. The followers and the henchmen fight a little bit. The henchmen are on fire. They're distracted, clearly. We'll say 2 more followers go down. The rest of the henchmen are wiped out. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna end combat unless you want to keep going after Dan.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Then Merc, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So I'm going to finish that full body shiver that I started last time. Drop the minigun and leap on top of the APC.
Okay. As you do that, I'll give you this a roll weird or tough, whichever one you'd prefer for this.
Okay, we'll go weird.
Because both kind of
Higher
apply.
points.
Yeah. Do weird. Get it. Come on, dice.
An 8. Okay. As you're running, you manage to leap. You do make it to the APC, but you don't land quite on top of it. So you can either just kind of slap the side of it and glide off and be fine. Or if you want to take 1 harm from the impact, I'll let you get 1 handhold onto the front of it. So you're sort of dangling on the front end of the car, or the APC.
Give me that sweet, sweet harm.
Okay.
Delicious, delicious harm.
So yeah, you slam into it and are able to grab
I'm guessing
hold.
that's 1 harm. Ignoring immortal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
1
Yeah,
harm
no
after your stuff.
Yeah.
Anybody
no
else it would have hurt a lot more.
Yeah. No, it's good. Great. I'm doing fine. I'm not unstable yet. I'm good.
So yeah,
Oh,
you're
and didn't you heal from all your followers stealing?
I healed a little, but not all.
Okay.
okay.
Thanks
I think
to
it was
someone
knocked out
throwing a saw in my shin.
So yeah, you're currently dangling from the front of this thing. Paige, are you still running towards the Haven?
Yeah,
Okay.
because someone told me to.
That's fair.
Release the hounds.
You never had to listen.
You're within sight. You can see the door off in the distance.
Yay!
Can you
You
portal
feel-
again?
You could try to stop and portal if you want to close the distance a little bit faster.
I could. Do I want to? Ooh. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I'm gonna use these 2 die. because the explodey die apparently does not like me today. Oh yes, that's an 8 plus 3 is 11.
Nice. So yeah, you are able to portal yourself over to the door. You're at the Haven now.
Yay!
So next
I'm
time
going to
your turn
release
comes
the
around,
hounds.
perfect.
Release the hounds.
Yeah, you're able to open the door and yell Sikkim, and the dire dogs start running out. Beth, what do you do? You're muted, or I think your microphone is just up at the moment.
Sorry.
There you
I
go.
had to cough and decided it would be better not to interrupt stuff for that. Anyways, options. Realizing there's not a lot of options I have other, like, I can't even snipe. Oh.
I will give you this. Brownie is a neutral party here, not a friendly.
Oh.
Just
But
as
he's
a heads
still
up.
attacking the car, right?
Yes, they made him angry, so that is what he's attacking. But eventually, they will not be there.
How badly damaged does the brownie look?
You know, he's got some brownie bits missing. There's a couple of holes here and there. He's looking a little crumbly around the edges.
Doesn't look like a chocolate lava cake yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. It was sort of a lava cake brownie, wasn't it? So there's some like chocolate fudge oozing out of some holes.
Yum. What? I think she's pretty much just gonna sniping the car wouldn't do anything, would it?
You could try. You could try for a potential weak point like wheels, or try to shoot through the window or something like that.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's go with shooting a window. Give Merc a better handhold.
Potentially.
I'll go for the. Oh, go ahead.
There's those are just the logical things I think Beth would probably think of where to shoot.
Okay. Let's do wheels, honestly.
Okay.
Eh.
So
Oh,
it's
plus, what was it? What would it be adding to?
Tough.
So +2.
So 9, a mixed success. So you do hit the wheel. It does seem to puncture it, but you're able to notice that no air comes out. So it seems like they're run flat tires, basically. You can stab them, poke holes in them, and they'll still work.
Oh, now I know what to aim for next.
Yeah, your standard bandit or even corporate vehicle would probably not have that, but this being Dashing Dan, of course, he's got all the bells and whistles.
Okay.
Wesley, what do you want to do?
Just to clear, for some reason, this thing isn't flying, is it?
Brownie?
No, the car, the ATV.
Please don't have Brownie fly. I heard brownies can take you to higher planes, but not that way.
Right?
Could that be a real space cake?
Oh my god.
I love space cakes. by the
No,
way.
it is a ground vehicle.
Uh,
Um,
Gwen, I'll tell you about space cakes when you're older.
if I don't,
I love space cakes. What are you talking about? I know what they are.
I know what moon pies are. Don't know about space cake.
I'm not entirely sure what space cakes are either, but I can tell by connotation.
Yeah,
Or,
that's pretty
context,
much what
rather.
I'm gathering.
Moon pies are delicious, though. Man, I want a moon pie now.
Do you ever hear like the song like moon pies? I like. Sorry, I'm getting really easily distracted.
Wesley.
So, I guess besides summoning more shit, I don't really have anything good from a distance. Like Wesley's much more chainsaws and shotgun type.
Totally
So I
fair.
guess I'll pull out my chainsaw and just charge the ATV.
It's backing up, so you're gonna be chasing it for a little bit.
I'll groovy it up so that it's on fire, and as I'm running, I'm just gonna wait. We didn't get to give you any of our literature yet.
Okay. So
So
They're-
we're Jehovah's Witnesses now.
oh my god. So Beth and Merc, you're able to see this. You just see Wesley chasing after the ATV with a chainsaw on fire.
Good. Good.
Do we have any
The-
artists in the house like watching this stream? And if you would love to illustrate that scene, I would be so grateful.
Oh, I think I can get someone to do that too.
Just a
That'd be
sleeveless
amazing.
boner fart holding onto a car and someone running after the car with
Yep.
a flaming chainsaw.
I need to clip
With
that.
dogs like
but
in
I
one
can get
corner,
those-
there's like Paige, pointing with dogs, like ordering them,
I'm
I
oddly
think we
picturing this
definitely
like
need that
in the.
drawn.
I'm oddly seeing this
I
like the
don't
style
know.
of Starry Night.
I don't
Van
know.
Gogh.
I don't know if this person
I
would
pictured it
actually
kind of
do
like
that art.
the Borderlands, like the Borderlands 2. If you ever went to the what's it called, Opportunity, where it's like the history of Handsome Jack and what he did, and like that really like pretty art stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something kind of like that.
That'd be funny.
The kind of the watercolor look.
Yeah. All right. So Wesley, you're chasing with a chainsaw. Merc, you're holding on with one hand onto this vehicle. They do like a emergency brake. I forget the technical term for it. Like a spin around with the emergency brake.
Oh no, is he better at spinning his car than I?
Way better.
That hurts.
Merc, this thing is spinning around pretty fast, so I'm gonna have you do a act under pressure roll to keep your grip on the car.
Oh, that's not a tough.
This is gonna be a quick thinking thing.
All right, so that's cool.
It's cool.
All right, do I get a +1 for no? Because I only have one hand on it, not 4. Okay, yeah.
I'm
right.
I'm also gonna be mean and use a D4.
Get it. I'm ready to go.
Not that it really matters.
Wow. That
I'm still
roll.
gonna use it
roll.
because this is gonna be comical, and I already said I would use it.
And I'll respond to your Commedia dell'arte with another luck.
Okay, so it's a -2.
I don't
But
think
you
you're
use a
allowed to
luck.
use luck if the DM uses.
No, it's fine. You can use luck at any point. It's a very finite resource, and if you run out, I get to do all sorts of evil things. So you use a luck, and basically what happens is it jerks so fast you don't have time to think. You have no idea how on earth, or Calamity for that matter, you managed to hold on, but you instinctively did. Wesley and Beth, you see Merc and Boner Fart form just like wagging along all over the place like some sort of cat toy, as this ATV APC is jerking every which way. But they're starting to speed off. Merc, they're getting ready to punch it and get out of here. You're still holding on. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to. They're driving forward now.
Yes, they're driving forward. It's starting to
Okay,
pick up
I'm
some
gonna
speed.
try to dig my feet into the ground and flip it.
Oh!
Ooh. Okay.
Come at me.
Yeah, that's gonna
Paige managed to
be.
kill off Dan in this.
I'm glad I wasn't paying attention because that sounded bad. That was
No.
my reaction to it.
Roll tough. Yeah, it's gonna be kick some ass. So
Would this be a situational +1 bonus for me being a boner fart?
sure.
Is Dan supposed to be like the main boss at the end of this? Because we may take out your boss.
I mean, there's a lot of antagonists to choose from, but yeah,
Okay.
Dashing Dan is kind of the head one.
Yeah, this is gonna be a repeat of Badlands.
How did you roll a 0?
I don't know how I rolled a 0. I have a +3. Let me try that again.
Because that's supposed to be a 6, 7. That's supposed to be a 9. If you hover over it, it says 1 + 5 + 2 + 1.
Oh.
Yeah, you put a plus in front of the 1, which is why it's a 0.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
So it's a
that
5,
would
6, and
explain
8.
it.
So it's a 9.
Okay, all right. Well, that's cool then. I can roll with a 9.
Partial success.
5. No, that's a 6. Yeah, that's a 9.
You grab onto it. You're able to get a firmer hold. You plant your feet. It's only a partial success, so you don't get to flip it. But you do slow it down significantly. Enough that Wesley can catch up to it on the next turn.
What about
So-
the skags? Or sorry, the dire dogs? Because don't they dogs run faster than humans?
They do.
Yes.
They'll make an appearance here shortly. Paige,
Wait,
you've
have we not given you enough creatures to control, Raven?
No, I need at least 12 more. I
Paige
had
let
what?
the dogs out, yes.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Paige absolutely.
I've had 28
let
so far.
Nice.
Paige absolutely let the dogs out.
Do you do anything else while you're there? Because you've got a chance to turn back or do something different.
Do we have a car at the moment?
No,
Darn.
no, we broke it.
Can I get a sniper rifle?
Sure. There's an armor in there, so we'll say you found a sniper rifle.
Yes. Because I don't want to go all the way back. I want to go halfway back and then snipe.
Okay. You, I'm sure they're probably like hanging right up on the wall. So you grab a sniper rifle. Do you want to try to portal halfway, or run?
Yeah, portal halfway.
Okay.
Run.
Go ahead and roll weird.
These are my 2 favorite dice ever. This is 7 + 3 is 10.
Okay. Yeah, you portal halfway. Your next turn, you'll be able to do something with the sniper rifle.
Yay!
Beth, you are seeing all of this happen. Currently, Wesley is close to catching up with the flaming chainsaw that, because Merc's holding it in place, basically. It's moving forward a little bit, but it's slow.
I think it's time to join the action. Is it possible to move a bit forward and snipe still?
Sure.
Okay, then I want Beth to be like making her way as long as she can still snipe. Like take a shot, move, take a shot, move.
Yeah.
And hopefully I don't hurt any of our guys. So yeah, I'll just take a shot. Plus, was it tough?
Yeah.
So that's an 8.
8.
I was trying to go for yeah.
So
I guess I should have
that's,
clarified she was gonna go for a window, but
That's all right. It's a partial success. So you aim at the window, and you fire, but you see right before it would hit the window, there's a shimmer around the APC, and the bullet ricochets off. It's got shields.
gosh dang it.
But now you know it has shields.
Yeah.
Wesley, Merc is slowing this thing down enough that you're able to catch up. You're at the back of it. Obviously, the door is locked and closed, but you have a flaming chainsaw. What do you want to do?
What is the shape of this vehicle?
It's very boxy. It's I think like an armored car, but on half tracks. So half of it is the like tank type tracks, and the other half is wheels. and the front of it sort of has a down slope. So like almost like the front is a ramp.
I can't get around to the front, right?
I mean, you could spend the rest of your turn just running to get around to the front.
No, if that would take my whole turn, it's what I'll do instead is I'll kind of running up alongside whatever window. What's it? Fabulous Dan or whatever his name.
Dashing Dan.
Dashing Dan. I'll just kind of run the chainsaw along the side of his window. Just, we've got excellent friends and family prices. Just cutting into it.
Okay.
I'm
roll,
picturing because dashing. Oh. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Roll weird, because I'm gonna count this as a big whammy.
Yes, as he's rolling that, I'm just picturing it as like the handsome Jack character, you know, just like in his car suddenly freaking out.
Kinda, yeah. I guess I didn't really describe the way Dashing Dan looks.
You did mention he was handsome, but
And dashing.
Yeah.
and he did do a slow clap.
He did. He's attractive, sort of brown hair, doesn't have a mask or anything like that. He's just naturally attractive, probably mid-30s. Basically like your sleazy corporate businessman.
Oh, so more like Katagawa then.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, you haven't played. No one's played 3. Gosh dang it, guys.
But yeah, like your, here you go. What's his name? Hans from Die Hard. Like, think that, but less 80s. That's kind of what this guy looks like. So what did you get? You got an 8, so mixed success.
Yeah.
So you cut up the outside of the APC, so it's got like scratches and deep ruts and dents and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm not stopping this thing. I just want to leave him a souvenir.
Yeah, but from inside you do hear, "I just got this thing washed." So you've annoyed him. They are at this point, the henchman, whoever's driving, is desperately trying to get away. So
I thought none
Merc,
of the henchmen's made it in. I thought they all died.
the APC still did have a driver.
Oh, rip.
The driver didn't get out because the plan was leave the engine running and then they'll get away if they have to, or run everybody over. But Wesley messed up the run everybody over plan. So
and Merc messed up the getting away plan.
Yeah, but they are desperate. Merc, that minigun on top of the APC is gonna point towards you now.
That's fine. I'm a god.
And it's gonna open fire. So go ahead and roll. This would be tough to dodge, unless you want to let go and roll out of the way, and then you would automatically succeed at not taking harm, but they'd get away.
No.
Okay, 10. So it opens fire, but you're able to sort of dance while holding this thing. It's almost like a hot potato type situation.
Dance.
It's almost like a hot potato type situation. So like you're pulling one hand away and then pulling the other hand away as you put the other one back, and you manage to not get shot.
I will not be undone here. I will die one day, but not today.
It's your turn. What do you want
let's try to flip that bad boy again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
So weird.
Yeah, I'll let you roll weird for this.
Alrighty.
This whole thing has been weird enough. You can use your better stat. So a 10. Yeah, you're able to.
This is the weirdest campaign.
It really is. You're able to dig your feet in a little bit more. You can kind of. What's that move where you grab somebody and then fall backwards?
Oh, suplex.
Yeah. You can suplex this thing if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that. It's now upside down. Wesley, you're able to catch up just fine now because it's upside down. It's not moving. It's not going anywhere.
Can I say in my grizzly voice, I think we're ready to renegotiate.
Sure. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Paige, you just saw this happen.
Yeah, I'm going to snipe. Is there anyone left to snipe?
There's not really anything left to snipe.
There's the cookie monster. Or, sorry, brownie monster.
Oh, I forgot about Brownie. Yeah, Brownie's still been chasing this thing and beating on it the whole time as well.
Stare down the
And now
scope of
that
the sniper
suplexed,
rifle.
like, it can just reach inside and start pulling things out.
Paige will stare down the scope of the sniper rifle, look around. I guess I'm a little late to the party. Oh well.
All right.
Do the dire dogs run around Paige?
Yeah, they've caught up to you at this point. They're sort of running past you, around you. Also, I forgot to mention the bandit followers are cheering you on from the gate. At this point, they've decided, like, you know what? We'll just let Merc handle this from here.
I have eaten a
Beth.
grenade and flipped a truck all in the same afternoon. This is my Tuesday.
Beth, what do you do?
So I think Beth's pretty much ready to join the party. She's just gonna spend this action getting to the car. Is
Okay.
there any other actions she can do while doing that?
You can talk. You can yell, basically. You want to yell something to Merc or Wesley?
Keep Dan alive. We want him for ransom.
Nice. Okay. Wesley, you just witnessed the car get suplexed. Sorry, not the car. The armored personnel carrier get suplexed. And you heard Beth go, basically, he's worth more alive. What do you do?
I would like to try and use my incorporeal trait to slide into the front seat and try and kill the driver while we've got them down.
Oh, ice
Okay.
cold.
Yeah, you're able to do so. The driver is strapped in, upside down, freaking the hell out right now.
Oh, I almost feel bad.
And going like, I am not getting paid enough for this.
Not anymore, you're not.
So what do you
Give him
do?
a chance. Give him a chance to join the church.
I don't know. I don't know. I did use an extra luck, which besides like the other shit that normally happens when we all use our luck, when Spooky does it, the bad shit that Raven can make me do gets stronger. So I get more violent and have more hallucinations.
That's a fair point. I tell you what.
The last few executives that we tried to let join betrayed us. So
True, though this is very much so a, like, you know, commoner working person.
Okay.
He's just the driver. But that's a good point. I get to do weird stuff with your dark impulses and whatnot. I'm gonna say you slide in there and you see Ted. Ted is the driver now. He's like, hey man, do you think you could let me out of here?
Fine, Ted. I don't have to kill you again, Ted, and I'll unbuckle that guy and just, I guess, turn my attention to his boss. How you doing back there, pal?
Pal, I love to pal.
Feeling good back there?
So you see Ted get unstrapped and just hop out of the car. What everyone else sees is a very terrified driver, like crawl out of the car and immediately just ripping off his sleeves of his uniform.
Yes.
Dead.
And holding his hands up. He's like, this job isn't worth this. So Wesley, as you call back, so it's an APC, so it's like an armored car. So the back is sort of separate from the driving cabin.
Okay.
But
I guess maybe I'll just knock and yell through it then. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
doing good back there? How we feeling?
you do yell that, and you don't hear anything.
Oh, fast travel.
It does sound very hollow, though, like you would expect, but you don't hear any reply. Merc. Oh, I guess I should. Sorry. I'm forgetting I have all these different people to control. All the bandit followers are back at the thing. The bird flew off. Zombie car's dead. Ted Jr., we'll call him, has ripped off his sleeves and is surrendering. So that just leaves Dashing Dan and Brownie. So yes, Brownie is ripping parts of this APC off from the underside.
How
Or
long do these
trying to.
monsters last?
I have no idea. I'm just going to have it last until dismissed successfully, or you kill it. And then we'll check the rules later. So it's just trying to rip at stuff out of the bottom of this APC. Excuse me, APC. It's distracted for the moment. Merc,
Yeah.
you just suplexed an APC. What are you going to do now?
You can't go down. You can't do anything higher than that.
I'm gonna try to suplex the APC.
Again?
Again?
Yeah, so that it's right side up.
Okay, roll weird. You're gonna need a full success on this for sure. Because you don't have the momentum going for it. Oh no. So you try to suplex the APC. You don't have the momentum of the vehicle moving forward to help you.
There's
And
that
you-
level up finally.
You actually pull something in your back.
Oh no.
So you're currently sort of doubled over. That's gonna take a bit to work out.
All right. What was the harm on that?
No harm. It's just an injury.
Okay.
So it's gonna cause your movement to be a little bit restricted. Until you're able to get it taken care of.
All right. No worries.
Yeah, you lifted with your back instead of your knees and forearms.
Should have gone with the forearms. I've got forearms.
Yep.
Forearm.
4 forearms too, yeah. Paige, you're able to catch up now if you would like. I will just give you the teleport to get there. So that we can have everybody together. Beth as well. So the only
Do I want to? Do I want to? Is there any reason?
You can hang back if you want to.
I've got a sniper rifle, and I'm not getting into all that chaos. What is Beth doing?
Getting into all that chaos.
Fantastic.
So Beth and Paige have switched roles apparently.
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We're kind of out of turn base here, but just kind of keeping loose turns just to keep things straight. But you're all able to do just about anything that you want. Brownie seems satisfied with the APC for now. He's not really doing much damage because he's a giant brownie. So he doesn't really have fingers to grip things. But it's probably not good for the vehicle to pound on the back of it that much. Or the underside of it, rather. So you could address that if you want to. Otherwise, you saw Dashing Dan get into the car.
Sure. I'll change shape back to normal Merc and holding my my lower back. Go. All right. Cool. So how about we talk about this like civilized people now? No getting squirrely there, little Mr. Froggy. Froggy wants to get jumpy. We can jump, but I'd rather have a conversation.
Oh yeah, this party loves talking.
As you say
We're
that,
good neighbors.
Brownie just responds, "Brownie, what inside?" There's like chunks of brownie falling off his hand as he's just like smacking the underside of this APC. You don't hear anything from the inside.
I could peek my head
Fast
inside.
traveled.
You can if you'd like to. The back door is shut and locked, but from what you can tell, it's not like a high-tech lock. With it not moving, you could probably melt through it.
Yeah, maybe just peek my head through.
Okay. Well then, Wesley, as you peek your head through, what you see is, instead of Dashing Dan, what you see is what was, basically, it becomes clear that Dashing Dan was never there in the first place. It was a hologram.
Oh.
And it's holding up his middle finger, and in his other hand is a timer that has about 3 seconds left on it.
I totally saw this coming.
And
I
that's where we're
totally
going to
saw
end the
this
session.
Shoot,
boy.
I'm
I'm
just
not
gonna say
be
it now. I'm just gonna say it now. I totally saw this coming. I totally called it. I feel bad for Beth.
That's not that close yet. Like, it's not like she's gotten to the car.
No,
She's just nearby.
Wesley, Merc, and Ted Jr. are the ones most at risk right now.
Oh, poor
Oh, Ted Jr.
Aw, not Ted Jr.
It's
Oh, boy.
mostly Wesley because your head is inside. But yeah, that was fantastic. A wild ride as always, and very unique experience. But we're gonna go on a raid here in just a minute. But before we do, give everybody a chance to say their favorite part of the session, where we can find you next, and share anything else that you'd like to share. And then, yeah, next week we'll find out what happens with that timer. We're going to go reverse order. So starting with Zan, what was your favorite part of the session? Where can we find you next? And anything else that you'd like to share?
I really enjoyed Big Brownie making an appearance. I thought that was definitely my highlight. It was absolutely fantastic. Big Brownie is the new iconography of the Church of Merc. It's definitely canon, and yeah, you can again, I'm Zan. You can catch me on Twitter at Twitter/InsanityTTRPG or InsanityGaming.com.
Fantastic. And then Gwen, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you'd like to share?
Of the Oh, what was my favorite part? I'd have to say the line sleeves were never an option, because everything went south from there. Everything just went south from there. That was my favorite part. Before everything went south, just the moment before everything went south.
That's pretty fantastic. I agree. Awesome. And then, where can we find you
Loved
next?
that so much. Friday something, isn't it? I hope.
Yeah. So what is today? Today's Tuesday. So tomorrow is Tickfall Files. Thursday's no stream. Friday is, yes, our community one shot. We're gonna have Noir Enigma DMing a D&D game.
Oh yes, that guy. Love him.
Yeah, fantastic. Then moving on, we've got Last of the Order. What was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else that you'd like to share?
Unfortunately, Merc took my favorite part, giant brownie time. That was incredible. I now am craving brownies so much. So
Right.
where you can find me next is in my kitchen baking a bunch of brownies.
Yeah, that's the third or fourth time in this.
I know this is just there's a brownie theme.
It's true.
Yeah, we love brownies in this campaign.
Yep. Brownies and Ted. Fantastic. Patrick, what was your favorite part? Where can we find you next? And anything else you'd like to
We've
share?
had regular brownies, we've had pot brownies, we've had eldritch brownies, we've had a brownie person.
It's true.
What's next?
Oh man, it's just all of it. The whole encounter that looked like it was just gonna go straight to hell, and then we managed to turn around with everybody kind of doing the stuff that, like, it was great. And also finding out that I like that, assuming we survive whatever this timer is, that this will just kind of push our cult way more into fanaticism.
Yes.
Like, we survived that. We took him on. I can create life now, apparently.
It's fantastic.
So
You're a mother
Leslie's
just
not
like
mom.
Merc.
But yeah, I'm Pat. I'm a Tactric on Twitter and online. You can catch me tomorrow night, besides here, Wednesday evenings, 10 p.m. Eastern on Dark Galaxies Gaming, in Tales from Saltmarsh, our Ghost from Saltmarsh inspired game in Homebrew World with lots of homebrew stuff in it.
Cool. Very cool.
Where I play a barbarian Viking pirate who still has more self-control than Wesley does.
Goodness.
Barbarian Viking pirate still has more self-control than Wesley. Okay, this campaign is.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it. For me, my favorite part, there's so many things that like I said earlier, so many phrases that I never thought would be a thing that I would say ever have happened in this campaign. I honestly think it was the talent show. That was my favorite part. What was that, Pat?
I forgot about the talent show already. 'Cause the second half is-
Wait, there's talent show. Oh yeah, that's how we started out before everything went south.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part. The entire talent show. Yes, the entire talent show was my favorite part.
All of the combat stuff was fun, and I really did enjoy quite a bit the oh no, are we forsaking Merc here? that whole suspense and drama was fun.
Oh, yeah, that one was good. That was good.
But the talent show's probably my favorite part of the whole thing. That and the fact that now Ted lives on, because I feel like Ted will always be with Wesley now. So yeah, all that was great. But you can find me next tomorrow. I'll be back here 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's daylight time. We just had the time change, which is horrible, but we deal with it. I'll be playing Tilda Jenkins again, or Dr. Tilda Jenkins again, on the Tickfall Files, which is another Monster of the Week game. Vastly different Monster of the Week game. But yeah, it's fun. Really looking forward to it. We're gonna have Yasmin back this week, so Savoy will be back in the mix, and it's gonna be pretty great. So yeah, that's where you can find me next. And then as far as sharing other things, I did have one announcement on bit emotes. So I mentioned this a little bit last night if you were here. I'm still looking into how to make it all work. But we did just get a message from Twitch yesterday letting us know that bit emotes have been unlocked for the channel. So as soon as I get that sorted out, from what I understand, when you donate bits, you'll actually unlock emotes for this channel that you can use all over Twitch, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if that is like always unlocked or if it's just for that day or how that works. Still figuring that out, but it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm going to see how many emotes we have to work with, and we'll get some new stuff in there. So keep an eye out for that. Other than that, we're going to go on a raid. We're going to go raid Dark Aardvark, who is a fantastic person and streamer and tabletop content creator. Milady Saito is actually also on that channel right now in that game. So two fantastic folks. Give both of them a follow if you're not already doing so, because they're awesome. And we're going to have the raid cry of sleeves were never an option. Also, hi Rowan, you're just in time to go on a raid with us. So we're gonna head over there, and then I will see you all tomorrow.
All files versus this.
Yeah. Having another raid cry was never an option.
Nope.
That's true.
No.